PNC Bank brings you Call of the Wild Money Moves.
Shh. Listen.
Hey, guys.
That's the sound of a multi-level marketing pitch.
This is life-changing, you guys.
Sounds like she wants you to buy lots of essential oils.
They are so essential.
And then have all your friends buy essential oils.
Are you more of a geranium or lavender fan?
Don't look her in the eyes.
Guard against wild money moves with PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, like most people who go to work, at the end of the day, just like yesterday, headed home after yesterday's show, and 5 blocks from my home, there was a fender bender. Now, normally, I would not care so much, but in this case, the fender bender involved me and my wife. More on that later, but just know everyone was fine, everybody was okay, and like anything, it could have been worse. For example, we could have had propane tanks and pipe bombs in the car with us. And I know what you're thinking. Who drives around with propane and pipe bombs in their car? Well, unfortunately, I have an answer. A man in Portland. He drove his explosive-laden vehicle into a health club at 3 o'clock in the morning. And as you might imagine, he didn't survive. But then again, I don't believe that he was trying to. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, it's amazing that nobody died on Sunday when a United flight with 221 passengers struck a light pole, a Jeep, and a delivery truck as it was coming in for a landing at Newark Liberty Airport. It should be pointed out, none of those things were on the runway or even on airport property. They were just driving down the frickin' road when this plane came in for a landing. And a little bit closer to home, a speeding boat nearly hit 2 Washington State ferries before finally crashing into the rocks near the Steilacoom ferry dock. Now, there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for this. The guy driving the boat was pissed drunk and he had passed out. And that's exactly why that situation happened. Now, look, we have about 2,000 more crash stories at cars, planes, boats, buses, trains, freaking parachutes, e-bikes, and we'll get to all of them. But first, we want to hear from you because, sadly, we know you have an answer to today's question brought to you by our friends at Advanced Tear Restoration. We want to know, what did you crash into or what crashed into you?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
PNC Bank brings you Call of the Wild Money Moves.
Shh. Listen.
Hey, guys.
That's the sound of a multi-level marketing pitch.
This is life-changing, you guys.
Sounds like she wants you to buy lots of essential oils.
They are so essential.
And then have all your friends buy essential oils.
Are you more of a geranium or lavender fan?
Don't look her in the eyes.
Guard against wild money moves with PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random plus one.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I checked beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, but y'all's away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4525. What a large and a charged program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Once again, we'll be joined by Taryn Daly and Steve Miggs from the Daily Miggs Morning Show. We're going to sit and spin today. We have bands that got better or worse after losing a member.
All right, fair enough.
You know?
If you stick around long enough, and I mean, look, we grew up as KISS fans. We know when it took a dump.
You know, there was a moment there, though, the replacements weren't as bad as you thought they were.
The replacements were not bad. They're guitar players and drummers, right? Very capable musicians, but it seems like Gene and Paul said, F the whole songwriting thing, let's just make some really bad videos.
Do you think they got better or worse after Peter and Ace left?
As a band, I think they got worse.
I do too.
Right. I think as musicians, they got better, but I think because they were forced to kind of keep up with their hired guns. But man, oh man, they took a dump.
Bands like Genesis. A lot of people like, obviously, Phil Collins.
Yeah.
He's going in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist. Mm-hmm. He's already in as Genesis. But people thought that Peter Gabriel, when he left, was a big loss.
Does anybody at the time? Yes, I don't know that anyone, and I'm sure they're out there. I don't think anyone reflects back on Genesis and says, "Man,
if you're into
went downhill with Peter Gabriel."
Yeah,
great solo career. Mm-hmm. Phil Collins. I thought to me, Genesis was Phil Collins. It wasn't Peter Gabriel. Yeah. Even though I know Peter Gabriel was the first guy.
That's kind of what we're doing. We're going to try to figure out if the band got better or worse after. Is Van Halen better with Sammy than they are with Dave, or vice versa?
Who's one of those bands?
Brian Johnson, Bon Scott,
Leonard Skinner.
Well, I mean, that's.
I'm just saying. Like,
Jesus,
is there anyone left in the band?
Sure,
original members.
Yeah.
Is there?
I mean, the people that died. Casey Gaines, she passed on. Obviously, Van Zandt, Johnny's still alive. Donnie is still alive. Donnie's in 38 Special.
Right.
Johnny's the lead singer.
I'm trying to think, because that was the band I was thinking of, where pretty much everyone has aged out and died, or whatever the case. Like, there's no original members, but somehow they're still on tour.
Okay, for an example, my dad went and saw either the Temptations or the Four Tops. He was down in Florida, and he went to the show, and, his buddy asked him, how was the Temptations the other night? Are they still good, man? They still have some of the original members? And my dad said, I'll just put it to you this way. 2 of them are white.
Yeah. I mean, just I can't name the guys that are gone. Yeah. They're not the original members.
So 10 bands that got better or worse after losing a member, coming up at 4:30 on Sit and Spin. Today we're going to talk about crashing. Steve, you had a unexpected ride home last night as far as your journeys.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't awful. It's just annoying. And the thing is, took the light rail up to the station. The wife picks me up from the station. We're now having a conversation in the car. Beautiful day. And I said, hey, man, why don't we stop and get a drink at the watering hole? She's just not feeling it. She's like, nah, maybe we'll go tomorrow, which is now today, and we are. We've made that deal. Anyway, we turn up the street. We are 5 blocks away.
You're also
from
in a rental car because your other car is still waiting to be repaired.
It's sitting in my driveway just screaming at death. So, yeah, we have a rental car. No big deal. It's a Nissan Rogue, if anyone cares. We did not pick it. It is what they gave us. We are 5 blocks away from home, and there's a car parallel parked on the side of the street, and I see him pull out, and before I can even open my mouth to say anything, he slams into my side of the car, the front panel, all right? Nobody's hurt, but I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because I really wanted to go to the bar, but now we're not. And then this thing happened.
Is the car still drivable?
It was still drivable, all right? But had we gone to the bar, we would have taken a different route. This would not have happened. You cannot predict these things, I know, but I carried that with me. We pull over, and as soon as the guy hit us, he threw both of his hands on his forehead. Like, he knew he effed up.
Yeah.
So we get out of the car. Everyone's exchanging information. And then his first thing, he's just like, I'm so sorry. I said, just stop, man. I said, look, as happens. It's called an accident. I know it wasn't intentional. Are you and your wife okay? And I figured I would start with humanity, this new thing in the 21st century. Are you and your wife okay? He said, yeah, we're fine. I said, okay, let's not worry about it.
Yep.
Let's just trade information. So his car's a little dinged up front. Again, it's our rental car. And the, what would you call it? So in the wheel well, kind of the rubber over the wheel well, so not the entire panel, right, but just the rubber at the bottom is now perpendicular to the car. So it looks like a big curb finder, and it's a little bit dented up front. Again,
could you push that back in?
I did, and it's one of those things. So, we're kind of checking each other's cars. We're trading information. I push the thing in, and in the course of our conversation, you hear it pop back out. So I'm just like, okay, that's right. So it looks a little ghetto. Then it's sitting in the driveway with the thing sitting out of the side. The kids are all worried when we get home because what you said, well, there was an accident. Oh, my God, which I appreciate. But we're like, guys, we're fine. It's just annoying because it added 20 minutes. And again, 5 blocks away from our house. Like, I can see our driveway for where this happened. So the wife took the rental car back this morning, explained it to him, and the guy that hit us, he was like, because we said, hey, the good news to us, we said, it's a rental, right? So it's not like I'm losing my baby. I don't care. And he's like, oh, no. I'm like, what? He goes, man, he's like, I'm already going to take it from insurance. Because like I said, he admitted fault. No doubt he did. But he's like, the insurance companies, man, they're quick. I said, well, yeah, they got like 10,000 lawyers. He's like, no, they're going to be on my ass real quick. But I've got it. So it was fine, but it's just the point, having been in an accident, got decades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
and like you said, this was not head on. It wasn't even fast. He's literally just pulling out of his parallel parking space and hit the car. But as he said, because it could have been worse because my wife drives very, very fast, generally speaking. But we were stuck behind one very slow car, and then all the rest of us kind of have to follow suit. So this guy's doing like 15 or 20 up the road. So I'm already bitching about that because that kind of just drives me crazy, right? Maybe he's an old person. I don't know. But the guy that hit us said he had looked in his mirror and he counted cars. He counted 3. We were car 4. He didn't realize we were there. So basically he counted 1, 2, 3, pulled out, and he goes, and at the last second, basically I saw your face. He and I were as close as you and I are right now when he hit us. I'm like I said, everyone was fine, but it's just like, this is annoying. I just want to go home now if I'm not going to the bar.
And, unless you're like Andy's mom.
Jesus, who's been in, 847 accidents?
It's kind of like a breakup where maybe you really like someone, but they didn't like you as much or whatever. It's like one of those first breakups you have. If you're in a relationship, it stings. Like the first time you experience that, you're like, oh, man, this is horrible. Then later on, you break up with people, and you're like, whatever. Yeah,
I will say the rental car, it helped.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, again, it wasn't a lot of damage, but even a little bit of damage to your own vehicle pisses you. You go to the grocery store, someone hits them with their shopping cart. It's a real damage, but for whatever reason, you want to beat their ass. So honestly, the fact that it was the rental, I'm like, hey man, because again, he's super apologetic, and I get it. I'm like, I don't care. Well, this Nissan Rogue, not mine. You want to hit it again, it doesn't matter to me. I just don't want to be in it, but I don't care.
First crash you're in, that's the one that bothers you the most. Back to the relationship.
Oh yeah.
So the first time you get into a wreck, typically your parents have probably gifted you this car. It was one of their cars. You are still living at home. Mm-hmm. You're happy to have your freedom.
Oh, it's great.
You get to go out, maybe go on a date. You get to hang with your friends. You get to go where you want to go. This is your freedom machine.
Absolutely.
And typically within 1 year of owning this car, you will destroy it.
Absolutely.
And your parents are not really going to be willing to pay for it because it was one of their older cars, or maybe they bought you an old car that was a safer car to drive so you would not be injured. I mean, it's a beater, but
they rarely just give it to you. There's
Yeah.
probably a speech attached to them gifting you this car, even if they went half and half on a car. Like, hey, be careful. Don't do this. Don't do that.
And not only that,
et cetera, et cetera.
you're on your parents' insurance. So their insurance is now going to go up because of you.
That's why they're pissed.
So,
they don't care that you wrecked the car. As long as you're healthy, the thing that bugs them, like now mom and dad got to spend a couple extra $100 a month because of your dumb ass.
Trust me, as soon as they find out you're okay, then that relief goes into anger quick.
That's why, hey, kids, listen. If your parents ask you if you're okay, just lie for a little bit. Just say, I'm not sure, my knee hurts. Because if you say, hey, I'm fine, they're immediately going to get up in that ass about the fact that they got to spend more money. I know that's terrible advice, but take it.
My stepfather, he had an Audi 5000. He had one of the first Audi 5000s as soon as they came out. And it was his baby. And this car was a turbo. It had a moonroof in it. It was a longer, big car, but it was still a very nice car, and he kept very good care of it. I basically was told to me that if I wash this thing, if I wax this thing, one day it will be mine.
Yeah.
So when I get to 16 years old, he decides he's going to buy a Saab, and he gives me this car. And I could just tell he knew he was giving away his baby. I mean, this thing is going to be destroyed. And within about...
Why did he do it?
Well, because he was going to buy a new car, but he did not want to trade that car in because he loved the car so much he wanted to keep it.
Like, my kid's going to get a Dodge Omni, bro. Like, I'm not giving you anything I like.
I don't think that he realized how quickly I was going to destroy that car. And it had to be within 2 months, switchback windy road in West Virginia. The roads are wet, but he, look, before he gave me that car, he went and got, he did the dad thing. He, all new belts, all new hoses,
everything,
all new brakes, all new tires. Make sure the thing is road safe, and you're going to be good.
But keep in mind, that's also a setup. What your father's doing in that moment is saying, if anything goes wrong, I know it's your fault.
I've got a hazard bag in my back of my trunk with flares, rectangle triangles, and stuff to tie up on the car in case of whatever the deal is. I've got it all. He has set this thing up. I go around the curve, and all of a sudden, I just start sliding, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I believe it was like a 1986 Buick Regal or whatever. They're like top of the line.
Yeah.
So it's a boat.
Yeah.
The thing that hits me is a boat. I hit this guy head on. Jeff is my buddy, and he is in the seat beside me. Now, Jeff is not wearing a seatbelt.
Of course.
I am wearing a seatbelt. When we hit him head on, Jeff goes flying into the dashboard. I mean, boom, to the point where this car, my stepfather bought the car and had it shipped from Germany.
Damn.
Okay. It was custom made. All right. And he shipped it. That's how much he wanted this car.
And he gave it to you.
As far as the safety features on the car, they were different then. So that windshield popped out.
Right.
So he didn't smash into like a plastic lined windshield. Jeff's out now basically on the hood of the car. All right. And he pops back and just blood starts going everywhere. All over the interior of this car. It was also a cloth interior. So,
naturally.
So even if, it's just blood's just squirting all over the place. But Jeff's fine. Like he finally got the bleeding to stop, and he was okay. He might have broke his nose, but he had a big nose anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But he was fine. He wasn't concussed or anything like that. But the guys we hit, they were a couple, and they jumped out of the car, and they ran up because Jeff's on the hood of the car, just bleeding profusely, out his nose. I don't think they'd ever seen a windshield come out of a car like that before.
Right.
The whole thing was just bizarre because I'm sitting there looking out the windshield, and there's nothing there. Which is kind of a weird feeling. You're like, you look down, you just got windshield wipers, like now they're like inside on your dashboard. But thank God everybody was okay. But it was just the fact that the next day they towed the car back home. So they took it first to a yard, and then my stepfather just had to, just tow the thing back, and we'll see what the damage is. We'll figure out what we can do. Because he said, maybe I could sell it for parts, or maybe we get this thing fixed. And the look on my stepfather's face when that car got towed back to our home and he walked around and just saw the damage that was done.
Yeah.
It was just like, you've never seen anyone more disappointed.
And that's the worst,
in a human being before. I just felt awful. And there goes my freedom. And there's no way he's going to get me another car.
No.
And I'm working anyway, but it's pretty tough to just be 16 years old, going to school, and afford to have a job that gives you enough money to go out and just randomly buy a car. You're not going to get a car loan. All these different things. It's like now I'm on my own again. Now it's just me, a bicycle, and a bus, which is which is fine. But this was going to be my opportunity to maybe see boobs or something.
Absolutely,
it was just devastating. I was starting to date a girl. Now we can't go on dates anymore.
Pick her up on your bike.
I just see her at school. Now I'm just meeting her at the mall. Meet you outside the Pennies, whatever. Like this,
it's lame again.
This sucks.
Yeah,
yeah. Like that was the one that physically I was fine, but as far as just the emotional pain of going through a crash and seeing what I did to that car, because I took care of that car for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
sucked. Absolutely,
it absolutely does.
And I've crashed cars since then. Did not care. I'm the one who paid for it. I did all the. I don't care.
You don't care the same way. You just don't. Yeah. You're right. The first one is the worst one. Again, no matter the circumstance of it, no matter how bad you were injured or if you weren't injured, somehow mentally how you take it, it's because that's all you want to do is avoid.
Because you
that.
feel like it's someone else's.
Yeah,
like
I
crashed my buddy Robbie's. He had a Arctic Cat snowmobile.
Okay,
I put that thing into a fence on a farm, man, and I ripped the whole thing, and the whole front comes off, and that is a horrible feeling when your parents have to pay, at that point, $1,000,
right,
to get this thing fixed. I mean, when you crash someone else's crap, same with that car. I really never thought it was mine. That's when you feel absolutely awful.
Oh, for sure,
for destroying someone else's property. So our question, what did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Like we said, there was no shortage of new. And again, so we've seen e-bikes, we have cars, we have boats, we have trains, we have buses, we have people on parachutes, which, by the way, I don't know what's going on in the skydiving world lately, but there have been more videos of people. It's all sports related, so, and I get it. These guys, they jump into the stadium. So there was a guy at the Virginia Tech game who got hung up on the scoreboard.
I was at their spring game.
And then we saw a video.
He smashed into it.
We saw a video last week, and it was the Bolivian, military skydiving team. So these are the military trained guys. And there were 5 of them, and they're jumping into a soccer stadium. I want to say one actually landed.
No.
None of them did.
None. One crashed into a porta potty.
One guy, all right, so the guy that put the best crash, he at least got over the field, but he couldn't stop himself. And they have porta potties where the end zone would be, where the goals are. And this dude smashed into it and knocked them over. I don't know if anyone was in the porta potties, but he crashed. Another guy, he hit, I want to say, the mezzanine level, but his parachute didn't catch. So he hit the mezzanine level and then dropped into the crowd below. A third guy, I don't even think made it into the stadium. He crashed outside. And again, we're looking at this, who is this? So we did some research, and I'm like, these are the paramilitary troopers. I mean, these are the guys that have trained to do this, and it's not funny. But I could not stop laughing.
Well,
typically,
typically you call that stuff off if it's just a regular training jump because of the wind. But in this instance, the stadium is full with all these people. Yes. It is a military celebration. They can do this. They're going to land this thing.
They didn't.
I mean, it's just one disaster after another. It was just boom, boom, boom. But not as bad as this one. A training session for a new bus driver in Paris ended in the River Seine on Thursday. Authorities say the trainee at the wheel struck a parked car about 12 miles south of Paris, then left the roadway and plunged into the river. The driver was nearing the end of her on-road instruction and was accompanied by supervising lead drivers, according to the Transportation Authority. 4 people were on board the bus. The driver, the supervisor, and 2 passengers. They were all needed to be pulled out of the river. The parked car also ended up in the Seine as well. Oh. So she knocked the car in the river, then she drove the bus all the way into the river, and it submerged fully.
And come on, she had just pulled out of the bus station.
Yeah. 90 firefighters, divers, police, rescue boats, drones, helicopters. Drug and alcohol test for the driver came back negative. The cause is not yet known. They said instead of veering to the right, the bus went straight on and dragged the car down with it and went right over the wall and into the river. Bless you. Bystanders rushed to a barge and threw life rings in the river before the emergency services arrived.
How pissed are you if you walk out to find your car and they're like, it's in the river, man. It was hit by a bus.
What did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803.
PNC Bank brings you Call of the Wild Money Moves.
You hear that?
YOLO.
That's an internet troll telling you to put all your money into a single investment.
YOLO.
He wants you to liquidate your emergency fund
YOLO.
and buy a digital racehorse named Silicon Steve.
YOLO.
Stay vigilant. He's very persistent.
YOLO.
Guard against wild money moves with PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
As women, we all wake up one day and realize that youth, marriage, and perfect skin don't come with a refund policy. If that hits home, Party's Over is good for you. It's the show where beauty, heartbreak, and brutal honesty collide. Each week, beauty rebel and author of BS to Botox, Sandralina Silverman, and her guests spill the truth about aging, love, and everything in between. Expect laughter, wisdom, and the occasional Botox confession. Real women, real stories, real talk. Download Parties Over today on the Odyssey app.
Free Rock
is live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Getting closer there to the KISW Miles Montgomery Golf Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing. That is going down Monday, June the 8th at Redmond Ridge Golf Club. It's going to be a hell of a day on the links. Got your breakfast for you when you get there. A nice little goodie bag with some drink tickets.
Yeah.
Some samples on the holes, if you understand what I'm saying. Longest drive and longest putt contest. The hole-in-one contest going on as well. And just so you know, by popular demand, and Mike, thank you for hooking this up because we've been talking about it for a while. A number of people have come up and said, hey, I can get a buddy to go with me, but we can't find four to go. Right, okay? So as of right now, at KISW.com, if you go to the events page and you want to sign up as a single or a pair, you are now available to do that as well. Now, keep in mind, if you know anything about a golf tournament, you're going to play as a foursome, so they will pair you up with someone.
Yeah, of course.
But you'll be able to get out there and put that team together and go out there and give it your best shot for a chance to go up to Vancouver, BC.
Either way, you're going to have fun.
Guns N' Roses and the Black Crowes, right. So if you're a single, if you are a pair, that is also an option now if you want to get tickets to the tournament. So while those last, they are available. All right, question, what did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola.
Yeah, so I got my driver's license when I was 17.
All right.
Bought my first car, 1973 Chrysler Newport, big old boat. Ugly brown.
Brown was big in the 70s.
Yeah, that pea green.
And I don't know why.
Metallic pea green.
At one point, my parents, we had a Volkswagen bus, a Datsun 260, and a Pontiac Grand Am. And they were all in the garage. And my brother started referring to the garage as the toilet. And when my parents asked why they call it the toilet, he's like, because when you open the door, it looks like it's full of S. It was just 3 brown, ugly-ass cars.
So I bought that car, $500. Saved my paper route money, bought that car, took my friends out. First day I got the car. First day. Just driving along, sitting right behind a big-ass bus. All of a sudden, my foot slipped off the brake, hit the accelerator, and I hit a bus.
On the first day?
Like a Greyhound bus?
No, a COTA bus or a transit bus.
Okay.
Back in Ohio, they called them COTA buses. So I smacked that thing. This is the embarrassing part, is I had to get out of my car. I had to walk around my car, go up to the bus, knock on the bus driver's door, say, hey, dude, I just hit you. And he went, what?
He didn't even know?
And that was it. He didn't even know, man. I could have got away with it and just had a damaged car. But no, I had to be honest and say I hit him.
Well, as a result of being honest, what was the follow-up to that?
My insurance rates went up because I was a brand new driver, and my dad just about kicked my butt all the way across the street.
Yeah, but you know what? Like anything else, when you're learning to drive, you don't mean to do that. But
Of course not.
But it still sucks. So,
oh yeah, it was embarrassing. I had all my friends in my car. So
How much damage did your
bad.
car take? Because, I mean, you're talking about a big-ass car from the 70s, so basically a tank. You just happened to hit another tank. But how bad was the damage to your car?
The damage was my right front fender, and I broke a motor mount.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And then that car, every time I gunned it, the motor would cock. And it sounded like I don't know how to describe it, like a freight train going off. And the fan ate my radiator.
That was the end of that car.
Okay. How long before your
that car?
How long before your next accident? There's always the first one. Then how long until the next one?
The next one was about 6 years because I was hypersensitive.
Yeah,
and
you know
I
what?
actually.
Go ahead.
So I backed into a guy. I was pulling out of a gas station, and I realized I was going the wrong way. So I threw it in reverse and put it in reverse, and I backed into a guy.
Yeah, I think mine was 10.
10 years?
10 years.
That's not bad. I mean, look, it's going to happen again, but after that first one, even my wife made the comment this morning. She's like, I just feel like driving more cautiously, and you're just hyper aware of all. And
it happens every time.
But our car accident was not bad. It was the definition of a fender bender. I mean, that's exactly what happened. But a couple of years ago, she was on, I guess, Michigan Avenue or something near Boeing. All right. And she had the kids in the car, which is the only reason to piss me off. But she's like, some guy in a pickup truck is flying up, weaving in and out of traffic. But he got close enough to our car that he took our passenger mirror off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, Jesus Christ. She's like that. He didn't actually, well, I guess he hit the car, but only the mirror. There no scratches on the side of the car and just kept going. So as a result of that, I'm like, look, it's already annoying that he did that. But I'm like, the fact that he didn't stop, now I have to pay for that.
I see Seattle buses do it all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen it at least 3 times in the last 5 years.
I've seen it across the street at the hotel. Keep in mind, there's a hotel across the street and they offer valet parking. So a lot of these people, I mean, this is their car, right? And they get out and they're grabbing their luggage and all that. And there is a bus that goes down the same street. It was maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago. You heard this thing like take 2 or 3 mirrors off. And as the bus kept going, it's just, there's just litter on the street. And I'm like, oh my God. And keep in mind, this hotel is very expensive. So no one has like a junk car. No one's going to be happy that this happened.
The 2 worst I've seen, walking to the bus one day, this was probably, 12, 13 years ago, walking to the bus, and they had just put in bike lanes in downtown Seattle.
Right.
I think that was the Greg Nichols era. He was getting ready to...
Because he rode his bike to work.
Bike the city. And so they put in a bike lane. And but the parking was really... They have reconfigured the bike lane since.
Yeah.
Okay, but this guy parks his car. It was in front of a hotel, basically close to where we used to go and toy.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I know
drink
where
and eat. Yeah. And the guy opens his door, does not see the bicyclist coming. This dude, I mean, Supermans it for probably 10 to 15 feet in the air. Like, he looked like he was flying. His hands were out in front of him.
Right.
He caught himself. You know what I mean? Like, his hands were still out. I was like, dude. So I ran over there, and I was like, man, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, man. Yeah, I think I'm okay, man. He popped right up, adrenaline, all that stuff. His front wheel looked like a Pac-Man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was just completely folded in. The bike was pretty well okay. But, I mean, I've never seen someone go airborne like that before.
Yeah.
Like, unless they were shot out of a cannon. Now, the second one was when we were out here smoking one day, and a bus comes by. This guy is not paying attention. He looks one way up the street, but he does not look the other way up the street. And we just hear, boom. And that was the second time I saw someone airborne. When he hit, when he hit the front of that bus. Now, this guy, he popped right up.
Like a zombie movie.
Emergency people came. I mean, the whole deal, an ambulance came. They checked on him. We were worried about the dude, but he just kind of sat there. He denied any medical assistance.
I think his drug use helped him be okay in that particular circumstance.
But it was amazing, man. I mean, it was a boom. You're like, what was that? And you're like, then you look over and there's a guy flying through the air.
And you go, oh, that's what that was. I did see, this was in high school, and we took city buses. Well, when school got out, the one bus stop, just hundreds of kids were all waiting for the buses. Bus gets packed, it's going to take off. Went to school with this kid named Robert White. He was kind of like one of the bullies, right? Tough dude. He's standing on the edge of the sidewalk, and he gave grief to everyone. And I don't remember specifically who he's giving grief to, but he's doing what Robert does, right? So he's mouthing off saying something. But the bus pulled off. It was not going very fast, but the bus pulled off, and the side mirror on the bus hit Robert in the head and just dropped his ass. And we thought it was the funniest thing that we'd ever seen because the bus kept rolling. It was just when the bus pulled off. So like I said, it wasn't going very fast, but it's just one of these things. He's mouthing off, and you can kind of see it coming toward his head. And before anyone could say, like, hey, Robert, man, it just clunk. The mirror bends in. Bus keeps going. Robert's laying on the ground. He was pissed because he was embarrassed. He wasn't really hurt, but no one could stop laughing. It was But that said, you didn't bring it up to him the next day in school.
What did you crash into, or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, John. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, so I didn't actually hit anybody.
All right.
But I was, okay, so set the stage. I'm giving some friends a ride to the airport. It's like really early in the morning. And I'm young. I'm like 19. And I got a 1975 four-door Chevy Impala. And it's not like the cool kind of like, it's not like a Dr. Dre Impala. It's like a hoopty. It's like a hoop ride. You know what I mean? It's like riding on a couch down the street.
Yeah, we got you.
And I do not drive on the freeway at this time. At this age, I was not comfortable driving this big old car on the freeway. And I dropped him off at the airport at SeaTac there, and I didn't realize that, like, this road's going to put me onto the freeway. And sure enough, it's getting me on the freeway, and I was deciding I need to change lanes, and so I put on my blinker, and I started to move over. And as I did, I crossed the line, and I see that there's a car in my side mirror. And so I punched the gas and floor it. This big old car kind of heaves forward, and I swerve a little bit, but get back in my lane. And I see her in my rear view mirror slam on her brakes, do a 360, and she hit a gas truck.
Oh,
that's why I was getting over. There was a gas truck that was merging on the left, and so I was getting over to get out of his way. She hit her brakes, 360. She hit the tanker truck. It was a double tanker truck, and she hit it like right in the middle where the
wheels are, but no tank.
Is.
Right.
Yeah. And all of I-5, like every lane shut down. Like everybody behind this mess was stopped. And I probably could have just kept going, but I tried to, I can be helpful. And so I threw it in reverse, and I, squeal backwards and hop out. They stuck me with the whole thing.
Don't you wish you would have kept driving now?
No insurance. I so badly wish I had kept driving.
Yeah. How
I did
bad
get
is
to call my mother that day. What's that?
So how bad is the aftermath of that as far as how much your insurance goes up or anything like that?
So this was like right when they were getting ready to make you have insurance. And so since they weren't making me have insurance at 19, I was not having insurance at 19. So the aftermath was your boy got sued by the owners of the truck company and the lady who crashed into the truck. And since I was the only one I got a ticket that day for improper lane change, even though I never touched anybody's car or nothing. I was the one that got the ticket.
So how much do they sue you for? Bill. I mean, this is a big-ass company, so how much are they suing your ass for?
Altogether, between her car and the truck, it was about $35,000.
And how do you said you're 19, and I don't know if we're the same people, but I did not have access to $35,000 at 19. I don't know if I do right now.
I had access to an attorney who had access to a bankruptcy, and I wrote all of it off.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
They sued the wrong guy at 19.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
What did you crash into, or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
That does suck, man. When I cut my arm up in my artery, I was 24, 25 years old, and oddly enough, looking back, it doesn't seem that much, but, I mean, they saved my life. They were going to amputate it, and then they didn't, so they did whatever surgery they had to do. Anyway, I get the bill, and the bill's $20,000. But at the time, you might as well have said this is $145 billion, because the chances of me coming up with that are exactly the same. So they needed it paid off in a year, and even with the job I had at the time, based on the hourly rate, I'm like, look, even if they did not tax me, and I gave you everything I earned, it's not $20,000 a year, but I appreciate what you guys did. So I tried to, and I didn't have insurance at the time, so I tried to work with them to say, look, I'll do a payment plan. You know, I have no problem with that. I actually want to pay you back for what you've done, but like it's just impossible for me to do this in 12 months, you know, and here's all my info and all that. Hospital's like, nope, this was shock trauma in Baltimore. So they're like, no, man, 1 year, $20,000. So I had to file for bankruptcy. And I cannot tell you, looking back, it's not the worst thing in the world, especially when you don't have assets like I did not at that time. But it was just like
paying for credit cards.
It's
all that stuff.
Just absolutely mentally crippling because like you said, if you apply for anything, the first thing they say, says here you applied for bankruptcy. And even though it's an extenuating circumstance, it's like it's not me being irresponsible. Well, I was irresponsible when I got drunk and cut my artery. But this is not me being fiscally irresponsible. It's not that I haven't paid bills. I couldn't do it. Nobody cares. And for 7 years, man, you go, and if you do get a credit card, it's like 340%. It sucks. So I feel for that guy at 19, man. That's a long road.
What did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Bob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, hermanos.
Hola.
So back in, I had my license probably a year or so, my first car, of course, and fuel pump went out, and my buddy let me borrow his Ford Pinto to go pick up fuel pump, and he lived like 2 miles away. So I'm on my way back to his place, and on a main road, driving 45, and I see a truck coming towards me, kind of towards the center line, so I ease over a little bit, and then all of a sudden he turns right into me, hits me head on. Ironically, if he had not hit me, he would have went into the side of the motel that he supposedly was driving into because he wasn't nowhere near the entrance. But he hit the car so hard, it snapped the drivetrain, sheared the motor mounts, and shoved the motor up through the console, and I hit the windshield, busted the windshield with my head. He had a short in a wire somewhere, so we had a buzzing sound all the time, so the radio cranked up so you couldn't hear it. So all I turning around in a circle with a cracked windshield and a bright...
Now you're breaking up.
You're breaking up, man. Try that again. Driving around in a circle with a cracked windshield. And we got
there,
nothing.
but you're gone.
All right.
What did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
PNC Bank brings you Call of the Wild Money Moves.
You hear that?
YOLO.
That's an internet troll telling you to put all your money into a single investment.
YOLO.
He wants you to liquidate your emergency fund
YOLO.
and buy a digital racehorse named Silicon Steve.
YOLO.
Stay vigilant. He's very persistent.
YOLO!
Guard against wild money moves with PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
As women, we all wake up one day and realize that youth, marriage, and perfect skin don't come with a refund policy. If that hits home, Party's Over is good for you. It's the show where beauty, heartbreak, and brutal honesty collide. Each week, beauty rebel and author of BS to Botox, Sandralina Silverman, and her guests spill the truth about aging, love, and everything in between. Expect laughter, wisdom, and the occasional Botox confession. Real women, real stories, real talk. Download Parties Over today on the Odyssey app.
You don't brag about your car's resale value until years later when it proves you made the right call. And Toyota makes that choice easy. For the 6th year in a row, Toyota was named the best resale value brand by Kelley Blue Book, with Camry, Tacoma, and 4Runner all earning best in class. Because when you buy a vehicle that's built to last, you drive away with value you can count on. Shop Toyota.com to learn more. Vehicles projected resale value and best resale value awards are specific to the 2026 model year. For more information, visit KelleyBlueBooksKBB.com. Toyota, let's go places.
As a woman entrepreneur, you know that every connection counts, whether it's with your customers, your team, or your community. Spectrum Business is here to help you build those connections stronger and faster. Imagine running your business with fast, reliable, fiber-powered internet so you can stay connected to customers, employees, and vendors without having to worry. We know flexibility matters. That's why select Spectrum Business packages come with a 3-year price guarantee, so you can focus on running your business. Plus, enjoy savings on internet, phone, TV, and mobile services when you bundle, all with a 30-day money-back guarantee and no long-term contracts. With Spectrum Business, you get more than just internet. You get support with 100% U.S.-based customer service. Real people who understand small business, ready 24/7 to help you stay up and running. Join millions of business owners like you across America who trust Spectrum Business for reliability, speed, and support. Visit spectrum.com/business today to get started. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring retinal vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at Ring.com.
Our question, what did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Well, you want a long story or short story?
Oh, short.
Had a car. Short story is had a 2001 cheap-ass Chevy car, and every 6 months I got into accidents. Each side of the car got hit every 6 months.
Was this your fault or other drivers?
Both.
Okay.
June, I got rear-ended by a box truck, pushed me into traffic. January, I got a young chick hit me in the front side. Next December, I did that. I hit the right side mirror, leave my parking garage. December, I got hit by a deer.
You got hit by a deer or you hit a deer?
The deer hit me.
Okay.
All right.
And then June, a friend, I thought a friend at the time, he sold my car and he totaled the car, drinking and driving.
Oh, man.
Wait, he stole it?
Well, he took my keys without me knowing about it.
Well, yeah, that'd be stealing.
Yes,
I think by most
Yes.
people's friend or not.
Right.
Jesus
Man,
Christ.
I'll tell you what, I've told this story before, but as far as hitting an animal goes, I was driving back from, I was driving late at night in rural western Maryland. A lot of mountains up there, a lot of wildlife, not a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's basically what you get. So I got off the air at midnight. I was working nights, but I was going to drive back home, spend the weekend with my family. The main reason was I was going to go back because I had just moved there to Maryland, but I knew the only weed dealer I had was in
still West Virginia.
back in my hometown. So I'm out of weed. I'll go back. I'll see the family, do all that stuff, pick up my weed, drive back. So it is 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I see what looks like a complete, just a bloodbath on the interstate. Keep in mind, I am one of the few cars on the road. I've got my highs on most of this ride. And I see this trail of blood slowly moving to the right all the way down the road. And there's an 18-wheeler. He's pulled off the side of the road with his hazard lights on. So I don't know I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, you know what? There's so much blood on the road. I want to see what's going on and see if this guy's okay.
Or if he's a serial killer.
I did not know what had happened. So I pulled behind him, walked to the front of the 18-wheeler, and there is a black bear. I mean, this was one of those 18-wheelers that had like the Chevy Ram truck front
I know what you mean,
grills on it. You know what I'm saying? Like a very elaborate grill system.
Sure.
This bear was in the grill. Now, it's still warm. It's still hot.
Yeah.
You could see the steam coming out of this thing's mouth. And his tongue is enormous. I didn't realize how big those things are. And this guy's standing out there, and he told me, it's like, my rig's screwed. He's like, I can't do anything. So I don't know if it went in the radiator or whatever the deal is. But I just to be able to be that close to a bear, to see the size of their head, to see all of that. I mean, and blood is just pouring out from underneath.
And black bears are the small bears.
But this one is huge. I mean, in my mind, I mean, it's huge. And that was, as far as roadkill goes, man. That almost gave me a weird adrenaline rush driving back the rest of the way because I'm like, man, I don't want to hit one of those things again.
No, you don't.
But it was bad. And those things stink.
I was going to ask, how bad did it smell?
Pretty bad. And it was mostly just what was coming out of its mouth as far as the stink goes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it was just like expunging, whatever.
I mean, they don't brush their teeth, so it could be that.
What did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Bill. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
Well, I had pulled into a gas station, get gas. I go in to pay, and the guy comes in and he says, "Is that your Jeep Cherokee out there?"
I says, yeah. He says, well, it just rolled down the hill and hit the building.
It hit the what?
The building. It's like a a condemned building. And I go out and look at it, and I, find out what happened and go inside. And the gear shifter and the drive part, the quarter was stuck in between the handle and part inside the little slot. And it didn't go all the way into part, but I hit it all the way up. And it just rolled into this building.
How far away was the building?
Oh, probably about, 100 feet.
Was the nozzle still in the car, or did it rip out?
Oh, no, I hadn't paid for gas. I went in to go pay.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that's fortunate.
That is fortunate.
Or maybe that thing would have stopped it from rolling. Who knows?
How much damage was there to your car?
I bent the hood and the bumper into the grill a little bit. That's about it.
How about the property?
The property was getting torn down anyway. And
All right.
It's a car wash now.
So you just started the process. Okay.
Yeah, right. I just hurried it up. But like 10 years before that, though, I pulled into a gas station, my Mustang, and I come back out, and it had rolled down the hill backwards and hit a car across the street.
What is it with you and gas stations and not putting it in park, man?
Oh, I didn't put this one in park this time.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I rolled my buddy's 280ZX down a grass hill across 4 lanes of traffic. Didn't hit anything, man. And that was not good. He was out of town, and he did not know I was borrowing his car.
Right.
So that was the problem with that, because, I mean, the undercarriage of that car was like branches and grass and crap. The car was fine.
Right.
There was no, but I could have hit a car. When I saw that thing out in the middle of the street, because my neighbors were coming back and they said, hey, Chad's car's out in the middle of the road. I'm like, Chad's not here. He was out of town for the weekend. He was hunting with his buddy, and his buddy drove him back home. So I had access to the car. He probably knew I was going to borrow it. I don't think he knew I was going to take it over a 100-foot embankment, cross 4 lanes of traffic, and then smack into the curb on the other side of the street.
I will say, the fastest you will see anyone move, they could be 104 years old and normally bedridden. If they realize their car's not in park and they see it moving, it is a mad dash. It's the fastest I've ever seen my father move, and it did not roll into the street, but our driveway had a small incline. We lived on a fairly busy street, and like the caller before, we had a Pinto with the wood paneling on the side, and he's talking to us in the driveway, and the car's behind him. And my brother and I, we just point. He turns around, and it's starting to pick up speed. I've never seen that man move so fast, jump into the car and stop it. We're like, that was awesome. And he's like, it wasn't.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I was parked in a gravel parking lot where our apartment was.
Yeah.
The hill was 100 feet long, but it was a steep hill, so the grass was probably 2 to 3 feet high.
Sure. Which slowed it down, I'm sure.
A little bit. But what it did, though, it laid an undeniable trail that someone had dropped a car because all the grass is smashed down. So when Chad gets back, he comes in. He's like, hey, man. I was like, yeah. He's like, I know you borrowed my car. He's like, did you go on a date or something, man? I was like, no, why? And he's like, well, first of all, my car's washed.
Right, that's a sign.
I was like, oh, no, yeah. It's borrowed, man. I took it and washed the car. And he's like, did you take my car over that hill? Because I can see, where I normally park and the tracks going down. I'm like, dude, yes. I was like, man, yes. He's like, oh, my God. So he goes out. He's that guy. He jacks up the car, looks underneath, make sure the oil pan's okay.
Of course.
I'm like, Chad, I'm almost positive there's no fluids coming out of the car.
Almost
positive, man. But he just didn't, he had a stick shift, and the emergency brake just didn't hold on it.
Oh, God, the other thing that happened yesterday, when the guy hit us, right? Like I said, it's just a fender bender. It was not a big deal. But as we're exchanging information, some fluid was leaking, pouring out of the side of the car. And we're just like, man, I wonder what that is. And then it stopped. I said, it doesn't matter. Because now it's whatever it was, it is now empty. And again, it's a rental. So I'm okay with this.
What did you crash into, or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Angela. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola! Hi. Okay, so 2 hours after I got my driver's license, I hit a brick wall.
2 hours?
A brick wall?
Yes.
How did you even pass the driving test if it only took 120 minutes for you to hit a brick wall?
You know what? Okay. You asked, you're going to get the answer. My friend DJ asked for taco time. I went to taco time. I was coming around the corner, and I was driving a 1986 Pontiac Bonneville, okay?
Oh, that's a big car.
And his drink spilled. So logically, as a woman, I think, oh, I don't want my car to get dirty. So I leaned over to get the drink and then just kept turning right into a brick wall.
And did you collapse the wall, or did the wall stop your car?
Oh, no, the wall's still there. It's on 164th Street in Mill Creek.
Okay. What's on the other side of the wall? Is this part of a business?
Yeah, taco time.
All right.
Oh, the taco time that you went to.
Well, did the Bonneville make it?
Yes, it did for a while.
Did you report this to anyone? In other words, did your insurance go up, or did you keep this hush-hush?
Well, I was 18, so I have no idea what was my insurance because my parents took care of that because I was a spoiled brat. But that's besides the point.
Did you drive? Did you just drive that car to take the test?
No, my grandma gave it to me when she died. I mean,
All
it was
right,
before she died. She told me.
Okay, but as far as the driving test, you said you crashed in a couple hours. Were you just driving back from that test?
I was so excited to get my license. Yes, I had gotten done with my test, and then I went and saw my friend DJ, and I said, look, I got my driver's license. He's like, great, go get me taco time. So I did.
And then you crashed into a brick wall. That's an interesting conundrum, because I did not have a car, and a guy who was a senior, he had this big-ass boat. He's like, I will drive you to take your test.
Yeah.
And I did parallel park the thing. I cannot remember what he had, but it was the equivalent of like a Galaxy 5000. It was just an absolute...
About as big of a car.
It was a Titanic. And I did parallel park it. I was like, yes! But when I once I got my scooter stolen here in Seattle, I had a 50cc scooter. Now I upgraded. I bought a new one, like a 125 or whatever the hell I bought. But you needed to have a... you need to have a motorcycle endorsement to ride that bike.
So anything, 50 and over? Is that right?
Yeah. So basically, when I had the 50, I didn't need the motorcycle endorsement, but when I got the 125, I did. So the testing facility was like over in Woodinville.
Okay.
So I had to go and take the driving and the written part of the test again. How do I get this bike over there, right? Because technically they sent me a memo, like a note that said, like,
don't
hey,
ride your vehicle
we
up
saw
there.
you bought this bike and you don't have a motorcycle endorsement. You should probably go do that. They were very polite and cheeky about making sure that I did. But I'm like, how do I get the bike to the facility? So I'm driving it. I just drove it.
Then what else are you going to do?
So I could have failed the test. I still got to drive it home. Wouldn't matter. I'm still an illegal driver. I'm still driving dirty.
Right. At that point, it doesn't matter.
If I fail the written test, if I fail the driving, whatever I do, I still got to drive this damn thing back, and I have to take all the back roads. And you know what a pain in the ass that is when you don't know where you're going on the back roads. You are on a scooter, and your GPS on your phone, you're kind of holding onto your hand, like looking at it, like, where the hell am I? But it was. But thank God I passed the test. But I was just wondering, how do you? Because all the other guys like that had the big Indians and Harleys and stuff, they were going for the test.
They rolled up there on them, right?
No, they rolled up there on a trailer.
Oh, really?
On a flatbed trailer. Then got the bike off and then took their test. Now, the one dude who had an Indian motorcycle that was probably about 12 feet long, he failed.
Yeah.
Because when you do the figure eights and stuff, that bike is so big, it's too big to take the tightness of the figure eights and the turns.
Right.
So he almost dropped the bike. Because you're not supposed to put your feet on the ground when you do this.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why we did it on our dual sport dirt bikes.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're going to do that test, take a smaller bike.
Smaller and better. It all counts.
Yes, but to that point, think about it. You passed your driver's test with like basically the biggest car that you could possibly. But the difference is you nailed it. But I would definitely say to anyone, my son's been talking about it a lot lately. Really wants to learn to drive, blah, 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 blah. And I'm pretty sure he'll be a pretty good driver. But he was looking at the Escalade, and I said, no, listen, man, it is old. I might give it to you if you pass because it's old and I kind of don't care anymore, but you're not taking the driver's test.
You go to Enterprise and you find the smallest car.
We are taking
on the lot,
tiniest little thing.
We have this little, you rent that damn thing and you drive him there and you have him use that car.
Like I said, we got this little Nissan Rogue now, and it's weird because with the Escalade, when you apply the brakes, you estimate about how much room you need, and you get very used to it. Same thing, turning radius, the whole nine. You're used to your car. Every time we rent a car, they're so much lighter and tinier. I was getting cigarettes like last summer or something, and I stopped almost 30 feet before the light because I realized where I normally brake for the Escalade, right? It takes that far to roll before you stop. And the other thing is this thing reacts with the brake because it's light enough. So when you apply the brakes, it just comes to a stop. Not used to that so much. One time we had an electric car. You forget how they accelerate versus anything that is non-electric. So same thing with the Escalade, because the thing is so heavy. I mean, you push it down on the gas, it still takes a hot second for the thing to catch and start moving forward. The electric car, you hit the gas like that. Like, we were doing 90 miles an hour, and this happened in a second and a half.
Jeez.
You know, you almost have to, like, retrain yourself to drive smaller, lighter vehicles with a better turn radius.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
so somebody says you get your permit first, as far as me. Then you can ride your bike. You just can't ride at night or with a passenger. You can ride during the day with a permit. I did not have a permit. I had a valid Washington State driver's license.
Yeah.
So I already had a driver's license. I just needed to get the endorsement to be a motorcycle rider.
Correct.
So I did not get a permit. That's not how they do it. I just had to be there. And
so wait, they won't give you a permit if you already have your driver's license.
I've got a driver's license. This is an endorsement that's added to that license.
But they're still telling you not to take your two
They're
wheels.
not telling
up
me
there.
that, but they're saying that I'm already riding dirty.
Right.
So I'm riding it dirty to the place where I'm going to take the test. And if I fail, I still have to ride it dirty home. And then I have to ride it dirty back again to take the test again.
Yeah.
And then ride it back home
Just
again.
don't get pulled over. Miles.
Exactly. What did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tyson. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hola.
Hey, so back in 2000.
For 2026, Toyota is the best resale value brand according to Kelley Blue Book. With the Tacoma, Tundra, and 4Runner named the top 3 for resale value above all vehicles by KBB. And with special financing available at your local Toyota dealer, you can enjoy affordability today, while great resale value can mean thousands more in your pocket when it's time to sell or trade in. Shop Toyota.com to find out more. Vehicles projected resale value is specific to the 2026 model year. For more information, visit KelleyBlueBooksKBB.com. Toyota, let's go places.
As a woman entrepreneur, you know that every connection counts, whether it's with your customers, your team, or your community. Spectrum Business is here to help you build those connections stronger and faster. Imagine running your business with fast, reliable, fiber-powered internet so you can stay connected to customers, employees, and vendors without having to worry. We know flexibility matters. That's why select Spectrum Business packages come with a 3-year price guarantee, so you can focus on running your business. Plus, enjoy savings on internet, phone, TV, and mobile services when you bundle, all with a 30-day money-back guarantee and no long-term contracts. With Spectrum Business, you get more than just internet. You get support with 100% U.S.-based customer service, real people who understand small business, ready 24/7 to help you stay up and running. Join millions of business owners like you across America who trust Spectrum Business for reliability, speed, and support. Visit spectrum.com/business today to get started. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Testing season is right around the corner, and this is when confidence really matters. When kids take time to review key concepts and strengthen their skills before assessments, it can make all the difference. IXL helps reinforce what they're learning right now, so they walk into every test feeling prepared, capable, and confident. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand what they're learning. Whether they're building math confidence, strengthening reading and writing skills, or reviewing science concepts. Designed for students from pre-K through 12th grade, IXL delivers personalized, interactive practice that adapts to your child's level and pace. It's an easy, effective way to support learning as the school year heads into its final stretch. Studies show kids who use IXL score higher on tests, proven in all 50 states. IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXLlearning.com/audio. Visit IXLlearning.com/audio to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
Today we had a bit of a snowstorm around here, and I had at that point I think I was 18, 19, but I had earned some trust back from my parents for with driving and such, and I had my own car, but with the snowstorm, it wasn't 4-wheel drive, and so they were out of town for a week or two, and they were allowing me to take it and a few buddies up to the mountain to go snowboarding. So I pick one buddy up, and then I'm going to go pick the other buddy up. And on the way down one of the hills from picking my second buddy up, it's snowing. It's 6 a.m. We're on the way to the hill. And I can't see anything as far as where the road is because it's all covered in snow. And by the time I see the light at the bottom of the hill, I'm too far. And I've hit the brakes, and the car, it's not stopping.
Of course.
And so I turn the wheel sideways and try to make the turn, but no grip. So it just turns sideways and goes straight into the guardrail.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that's going to end.
Did it make the car undrivable?
Yeah. So it was. I think it was just a pretty brand new. I think 2006 Volkswagen Touareg, and whatever happened, the electrics on the car didn't allow you to start it because it had been an incident. No airbags deployed or anything like that. But the kicker is just before my parents went out of town, when they let me borrow it, my dad let me know that he was just about to trade it in and get a new car and told me to be extra careful with it. And I just felt like a piece of garbage.
Have you ever been in a car where an airbag deployed?
I actually haven't.
I have not either.
Yeah, me neither.
I had a buddy, and he said it hurt like hell in his car.
That is what I've heard. That sounds like getting punched
in the face.
Yeah. It saves you.
It wasn't like his impact was not that big to set it off, but it set it off. And I mean, he's like, man, have you ever been hit in the face with an airbag? I'm like, no. He's like, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, he broke his glasses, kind of put a mark on the side of his nose and his face and crap like that. I'm like, all right. Yeah,
good to know.
You're the only person I know has been hit in the face with an airbag.
And apparently the gas that fills that is just noxious, too.
Well, sure. I can't remember. I want to say when they first started experimenting with it, I don't know if it was the gas or the materials of the airbag, but they would show these crash test dummies. My father, big car guy. And they'd show it in slow-mo, and, the bags would break. And, again, I don't remember if it's the material or the gas, but, it would blow the torso of the crash test dummy off.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're like, look, this is not safety at this point. This would actually kill the person driving. So they finally figured it out, but I don't remember what the gas is they use in there. But it has to expand
instantly.
Right, it has to be. If anything slower than that, it doesn't matter.
My cousin got into an accident with my dad in the car. He was driving his truck. He was coming around an embankment, Dale. Just didn't stop fast enough. He ended up rear-ending somebody, and both the airbags deployed. The gas was so bad in there, neither of them could breathe. My dad stepped out of the truck as it was still moving down the roadway.
Christ.
It was that bad.
What did you crash into, or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Joshua. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
So, I was on my way to work. I was working at a lumber mill. I was about 18. I had a 78 Toyota Celica, lemon yellow.
All right.
I headed out of town, get out into the county, and I come up on a semi-truck that's trying to make a right-hand turn, and I go out and around him. I'm doing about 55 miles an hour, and I come back I go into the left lane, and I come back into the right lane, and I hit a patch of black ice. This sends my car perpendicular to the road. My front is pointed towards this berm of dirt and rocks that's frozen solid. I hit the berm, and I immediately spin completely 180, and now I'm facing the opposite way on the road, still sliding. I notice a black shadow of a telephone pole coming up real close. And I'm like, oh, God, please don't let me hit that telephone pole. As soon as that thought goes through my head, all of a sudden my car does a barrel roll, a complete 360 from wheels all the way back onto its wheels and stops.
That makes me think the God's like, all right, you know what, the telephone pole? Let's barrel roll your ass.
And it landed on its four tires again.
And it landed on its back on its four tires again, yes. And I get out of the car and I'm walking around. I'm like, what did I hit? And my back bumper is literally 12 inches from this telephone pole. And I'm sitting on a entrance to a field, like there's a culvert, like a big steel culvert and the road, you know, so that water can go underneath the road.
Yeah.
My passenger's rear tire hit that culvert, and that's what sent me completely back over from my wheels onto my wheels again.
Was the car drivable?
And the car was not drivable.
Okay.
The engine was still running, but the passenger tire had completely folded underneath the car.
Okay.
It broke the axle, and it just snapped the car or the tire right up underneath the car.
That was a pretty cool car, too.
It was, man. I don't know about the yellow, but otherwise, yeah, I liked it.
What did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
You don't brag about your car's resale value until years later when it proves you made the right call. And Toyota makes that choice easy. For the 6th year in a row, Toyota was named the best resale value brand by Kelley Blue Book, with Camry, Tacoma, and 4Runner all earning best in class. Because when you buy a vehicle that's built to last, you drive away with value you can count on. Shop Toyota.com to learn more. Vehicles projected resale value and best resale value awards are specific to the 2026 model year. For more information, visit KelleyBlueBooksKBB.com. Toyota, let's go places.
As a woman entrepreneur, you know that every connection counts, whether it's with your customers, your team, or your community. Spectrum Business is here to help you build those connections stronger and faster. Imagine running your business with fast, reliable, fiber-powered internet so you can stay connected to customers, employees, and vendors without having to worry. We know flexibility matters. That's why select Spectrum Business packages come with a 3-year price guarantee, so you can focus on running your business. Plus, enjoy savings on internet, phone, TV, and mobile services when you bundle, all with a 30-day money-back guarantee and no long-term contracts. With Spectrum Business, you get more than just internet. You get support with 100% U.S.-based customer service, real people who understand small business, ready 24/7 to help you stay up and running. Join millions of business owners like you across America who trust Spectrum Business for reliability, speed, and support. Visit spectrum.com/business today to get started. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Testing season is right around the corner, and this is when confidence really matters. When kids take time to review key concepts and strengthen their skills before assessments, it can make all the difference. IXL helps reinforce what they're learning right now, so they walk into every test feeling prepared, capable, and confident. IXL is an award-winning online learning platform that helps kids truly understand what they're learning. Whether they're building math confidence, strengthening reading and writing skills, or reviewing science concepts. Designed for students from pre-K through 12th grade, IXL delivers personalized, interactive practice that adapts to your child's level and pace. It's an easy, effective way to support learning as the school year heads into its final stretch. Studies show kids who use IXL score higher on tests, proven in all 50 states. IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts in the U.S. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXLlearning.com/audio. Visit IXLlearning.com/audio to get the most effective learning program out there at the best price.
Did you know if your windows are bare, indoor temperatures can go up 20 degrees? Get ahead of summer with custom window treatments like solar roller shades from Blinds.com and save up to 45% during the Memorial Day Early Access Sale. Whether you want to DIY it or have a pro handle everything, we've got you. Free samples, real design experts, and zero pressure. Just help when you need it. Shop up to 45% off site-wide right now during the Early Access Memorial Day Sale at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Karen Daly's team makes from the Daily Banks Morning Show. Joining us momentarily, we'll sit and spin. We got 10 bands that got better or worse after losing a member. And that's coming up at 4:30. This one is amazing that no one was injured. A United Airlines jet carrying 221 passengers from Venice, Italy, struck a light pole on the Jersey Turnpike on Sunday afternoon as it was coming in for a landing in Newark. Airline said none of the passengers or 10 crew members aboard the United flight were injured. The New Jersey State Police said the landing tire and the underside of the plane hit a truck, then a light pole, then struck a Jeep that was on the highway. Now, the driver of the truck was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. He was released. The FAA says the 767 landed safely after it came in contact with a light pole and a box truck, and then somehow managed to land. The runway begins a stone's throw, they say, from the edge of the highway. Officials with the Port Authority confirmed that an object was struck. Yes, it was a Jeep, and yes, it was a box truck, and yes, it was a pole.
Yeah.
At the time. Minor damage to the aircraft was observed. Airport staff inspected the runway for debris, and normal operations quickly resumed. But either way, the fact that the truck driver was not killed, the guy in the Jeep was not killed, that the plane didn't crash, all of those things is just an absolute miracle based on the fact that that thing was coming in pretty low.
Oh, yeah.
Our question, what did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Butch. Welcome to the men's room.
Yeah, hola.
Hola.
Once again, bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't
Settle
say
down
on the
over
radio.
there. Goodness, Butch.
Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
You trust it?
No.
No.
Kind of like the same way you effing forgot not to swear.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, the mic goes to this with everybody. And also, it's radio. We just can't. But how do I effing forget? Because I don't care. I drink all the time anyway.
Correct.
And then I wanted to go to the bar tonight. And then now that I'm reminded of this, it tells me the bar is probably going to be more crowded. Also, my wife wants to get street tacos tonight. And this street taco joint near us, fantastic. She said, it's going to be packed. I'm like, why would it be packed on a Tuesday? She said, it's Cinco de Mayo. This conversation happened in a 30-second period, and I forgot that it was Cinco de Mayo within 30 seconds.
Hey. What did you crash into or what crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
I've never talked to you guys before. This is cool. Back in 2018, I had the stereotypical toxic relationship after divorce.
Okay.
And I don't know if I got the year right. 2018. Anyways, and so I was driving drunk quite a bit like an idiot. And last thing I remember, I was flooring it. I cranked the metal, and I was flooring it because I was upset my buddy was getting the girls that night, not me. And then I just remember, I think I just blacked out. And I just remember like a flash. And I had hit somebody from behind while doing, 60 plus on the freeway. And then next thing I know, I woke up and I'm like, my car is beeping and there's glass everywhere. And this girl's like, hey, are you okay? You're bleeding. And so I had hit these people from behind, I guess. They had completely spun out. And I had my truck, it was like a little S10 Chevy pickup, had like spun and then rolled. But I was completely passed out. So I literally walked away with like scratches.
And $10,000 in fines and jail time.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the punishment for that?
Dude, I think I got like the luckiest anyone can get in that situation. The people I hit were not hurt, were not injured. I had super good insurance, so like I never got sued by them. And I didn't make a lot of money at the time, so I had I think it was like $1,100 fine and a 5-year like unsupervised probation, and then all the standard stuff. Like I had to do I got the minimum everything. I got like
really?
Minimum.
Did you get a night in jail?
I did spend the night in jail that night, and It was like, I remember they took me into the station, and this nurse was like doing stuff to me, and I'm like, she's like, so yes, they took you to the hospital, and I'm like, I didn't go to the hospital. She's like, hey, they looked at your arm, and they had like drawn blood at the hospital. I was like, I don't remember that at all.
Wow. Now, did you manage to sober up in that time or no?
Yeah, actually, after that, I stopped drinking quite as much. And then I didn't get like charged until almost a full year later, just because I had refused to blow. And so that like makes it take longer, I think, when they have to go through all the paperwork stuff.
Of course.
So, yeah, I got minimum everything. The following fall, like the beginning of 2020 is when I started those treatment classes that I had to take. The minimum, I got the minimum everything, like minimum of 1 year with the blow and go. 6 months was the minimum, once a week at the treatment facility. And so you had to be sober to go through the treatment. So I ended up sobering up, quit smoking weed and quit drinking. And my buddies were all like, "You're going to start partying after you get done?" And I was like, I was a few months in at that point, and I was like, I don't know, I feel pretty good. So I actually ended up taking like a couple years off of everything. Yeah.
Oh, good for you. What about now, man? I mean, you do it all in moderation, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I started dabbling in drinking after a couple years off, and, it was fun for a minute. I definitely had changed it. I wasn't doing shots anymore, and I wasn't really drinking beers. I was just kind of like sipping whiskeys. But I think I just kind of, after a couple hangovers, I just kind of grew out of it or something. I'm just kind of over it. But I'm like what they call California sober. So I still smoke weed, and but I take a break about once a year just so my lungs can chill out, because I'm a singer for profession. So I kind of need to keep it easy.
What are you singing for?
I play. I don't really have a band, but I'm like a solo acoustic rock, and I play at bars and restaurants around, all around the Pacific Northwest and
cool.
Washington State.
All right. Very cool. Well, good for you, dude. At least you cleaned up your act, because we hear that story a lot, and it's just, and I got right back in the saddle again. Right.
What did you crash into? What crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Ken. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Hola. Doing well, man.
My story, I went to the Squim, the animal park up there, and they got the bear and the buffalo and all that. And
is that the Olympic thing?
The Olympic Game Farm.
Yeah, okay. I've been up there with the kids, yeah.
Yeah, so I had my son with me, and we're driving along, and the buffalo, they'll stand in the road sideways, so you have to come up and stop. And then 2 or 3 will come up and stick their heads in the windows and want their stuff.
Yeah.
And so there's 2 girls coming up behind us in a Jeep, and they had the top off and the doors off. And so every time we'd stop, they'd be honking, wanting us to get going because they want the buffaloes to come up to the side. So as soon as they'd start coming up alongside them, we'd move ahead. Well, they were having too much fun. They were laughing and screaming and all this stuff. So we stopped, and they're wanting us to go right away. Well, I waited a while, and here come the buffalo, and they pulled in front of them, and they came in the doors, and they both got out of their seats, and they're both standing on the console with their heads out the top, screaming and laughing and all this stuff. And so once I saw that they were permanently stopped, I drove ahead about 100 foot, and there's a buffalo standing in front of me again. So I stopped. And one of the big ones that was back at the Jeep, it's trotting up behind me to get up to the door, and they made a bunch of noise. And so the buffalo turned around and is looking at him, and he's running ahead, and he rear-ended me in his horn right in the middle of my tailgate.
Oh, you got hit by a buffalo. That's a good story.
It's the only dent I have in my truck, and I was going to fix it, but every time I see it, I get a laugh out of it. So I just have left it.
It's kind of a badge of honor, too.
Exactly.
By the way, who honks at that? Right? I mean, the whole thing is, like, you get to the Olympic Farm, and it was great. The kids wanted to go. We take them up there. I mean, you're going like 3 miles an hour, right? But you understand, based on where you're at, there's probably going to be animals in the road because they're every freaking where, and everyone's feeding them, right? I mean, I just can't imagine, like, man, get out of the way.
What did you crash into? What crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Don. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, I'm retired Navy, so I'll try to keep my mouth clean. I was going to talk about the time when I was 3 when I crashed into a tree in my dad's car, but I'm going to tell you about the time I crashed into 3 state patrol cars. When I was 13, I stole my dad's car, went and picked up a friend. He brought a 30-30 and a 12 gauge with him. We went 20 miles to go pick up some ammo, and his cousin lived on a dirt road, so I turned down the dirt road, and I noticed a car was following us, and it's 2 a.m. So I was like, well, pass by, we'll take a left, and we'll come back. Well, when I turned down the next road, there was a cop coming every direction. I just floored it in a 1980 Tornado diesel, so it's a big boat. We got to the first intersection about 3 miles down the road. I tried to take a left, slid right through the front yard of the Brighton State Police Post, and ran into 3 of their parked cars.
Oh! And you have guns in your car?
Yeah.
And you're 13.
My mom ended up being friends with one of the cops that was chasing us. And it was his first day on the job, and he said he was hiding underneath the dashboard when they were chasing us.
Jesus. So how much trouble do you get in, though, friends or not?
Well, all I remember is the cop came. All I remember is seeing a hand pull me out. And I told him my dad was a butthole. I met Judge Donald E. Rank at 2 a.m. And I ended up with 2 years probation and $40,000 worth of restitution damage.
Wow. Ooh.
That's what stings.
Right, because that falls on your parents. I mean, look, if you're going to get 2 years probation, hopefully you get it at 13.
You're just going to school.
It doesn't matter, right?
What did you crash into? What crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
And I'll just say from a parent's point of view, right, say this happens to my kid. Like, look, man, I don't care about your 2 years probation. To me, it's like getting suspended from school. It means nothing to me. You cost me $40,000. Now we got a freaking problem, bro. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
How you doing, gentlemen?
We're doing well, man. Thank you.
Excellent. So I was about 17 years old. I'm working a pizza job, and I'm not very familiar with the town that I'm driving in. So I'm driving down this street, and it's a thoroughfare the whole way up until this one point, which I didn't realize was a stop sign. So as I approach the intersection, I'm looking up to kind of get my bearings where I'm at, and then I see this car barreling down towards me, and I have this much time to say to myself before I end up colliding with him. I look at him and I'm like, wow, he's going real fast, but he's going to stop soon. Wow, he's going real fast, but he'll stop. Oh, no, he's not stopping. And then I ended up T-boning him. That's how fast he was going. And he was a good, few hundred feet away. And what was really funny is he was a Chinese food delivery driver.
And you're delivering.
You guys just, here's a piece of pizza, man. Give me some General Tso's.
I'm sorry, say again?
I said, did you trade food? Here's a piece of pizza. Give me some General Tso's chicken.
Oh, yeah, that was the idea. No, actually, my first instinct was, oh, no, I wrecked my car. Then I saw him, and I'm like, oh, no, I heard him, and I'm going to lose my job. So, but, yeah, I thought that was kind of an amusing situation.
Did you deliver the pizzas?
No, unfortunately, my car was a write-off.
All right. Yeah.
Was the guy injured or no?
They ended up taking him to the hospital, and I ended up going to the same hospital that he was at, and I didn't manage to see him, and I got to apologize to him. So that was a good thing.
Yeah.
But,
as long as everybody's cool about it.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody was okay. So that's a good thing.
By the way, somebody here on YouTube says, did the advocates pay for the question of the day? No, because the advocates would say, hey, are you going to get in an accident? Let us know. This is past tense.
Do you know the sound? Do you see the sound that that made when they hit that guy's car?
What?
Kung Pao.
That's so stupid.
God, got it.
Seriously, that's the sound it made. Kung Pao.
Kung Pao. What did you crash into? You like the Kung Pao chicken? That's one of my favorites. Got the peanuts in it.
Is that the peanuts one?
Yeah, it's great.
I don't think I've ever ordered the Kung Pao.
What did you crash into? What crashed into you? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
Hey, so I crashed into a guardrail, a cement guardrail. I was 18, and I had a long night of partying, and it was about 4 a.m, and it was going towards Bellevue, long turn going past Factoria.
All right.
And I heard a loud thunk on my passenger side, and that caused me to pull my car to the right. And then all of a sudden, my reaction was to pull to the left, and I pulled too hard, and I ended up smashing into a cement guardrail. And I smashed the guardrail, did a complete 180, facing the opposite way of the freeway. And I seen a semi coming my way, and my reaction was to
poop yourself.
Hit the hazards, and I hit the hazards, and he just skimmed right past me, and it was the scariest thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, bro.
I couldn't open the doors. I tried getting out from my driver's side. My passenger door wasn't opening. Luckily, I had a sunroof open at the time, and I climbed up the sunroof, got out of the side of the freeway, and as soon as I got on the side of the freeway, state trooper came, and he immediately thought I was drunk. And
was he right?
So no, actually, I was sober. I did party, but I stayed at a friend's house, sobered up, came home, and I was on my way home, and unfortunately that mechanical issue happened, and he tried to do the sobriety test on me. I told him, like, hey man, like my chest is hurting. I hit my chest on my steering wheel. The airbag didn't deploy, and I couldn't breathe. He tried to do a breathalyzer on me, and he was trying to force me to breathe, and I just couldn't, man. And he was just forcing it on me. And so what we did was we did the, how you walk in a straight line?
Yeah. I
was able to do that. He also wanted me to do the ABC backwards. And I some miracle, I managed to do that as well. And so ambulance picked me up, and I ended up finding out that I had a fractured sternum and collapsed lung.
Jeez,
man. Well, you weren't lying.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't breathe. I'm just curious. Can you do the alphabet backwards right now? I'm dead sober.
It's ZYXWV. No, U.
See, already.
ZYXWVUT
SRQPONML KJIHGFEDCBA.
You passed. You're not drunk.
But wait, would that be passable if I say it like that?
I think it would be, because you're thinking your way through it.
Yeah.
I just, honestly, got cops. I'm telling you right now, you need to give me a different test to find out if I'm drunk. One, you could just ask me, because I'll tell you, but, I can't do the alphabet
multiplication, something like that. Can I do my table?
Well, you remember we brought them in there. It doesn't actually have to do with whether or not you can do it. They're looking at completely different things than what they're testing.
What did they say they were looking at?
They were looking at your eyes. They're looking at your mannerisms, your speech patterns. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was stoned.
Yes, you were.
And you weren't hiding it.
I was high. I was real high. All right, let's see here. Taryn Daly and Steve Mix from Daily Mix Morning Show coming up. We're going to sit and spin 10 bands that got better or worse after losing a member. And we got your emails coming up next to the men's room at KISW.com.
You don't brag about your car's resale value until years later, when it proves you made the right call. And Toyota makes that choice easy. For the 6th year in a row, Toyota was named the best resale value brand by Kelley Blue Book, with Camry, Tacoma, and 4Runner all earning best in class. Because when you buy a vehicle that's built to last, you drive away with value you can count on. Shop Toyota.com to learn more. Vehicles projected resale value and best resale value awards are specific to the 2026 model year. For more information, visit kellybluebookskbb.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Hinge Health offers access to virtual physical therapy and pelvic floor care at no cost to you. So you can get down with your favorite 90s song and get back up. Twist without a shout and drop it like it's hot without a single leak. Because your body is made to move. And Hinge Health helps it stay in motion. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move. Hinge Health. Everybody moving.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Would you look at that? It's time for some of our favorite Snapple Real Facts. Real Fact 1433, toe wrestling is a competitive sport. Real Fact 732, the chicken is the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Real Fact 1599, a man once ate an entire airplane. Youch. Did he have any hot sauce? Yeah, so anyways, this has been a refreshing break brought to you by Snapple. Real tea, real juice.
With Snaps, it's refreshing!
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at Ring.com.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, attention golfers. We brought this up earlier, but the KISW Miles Montgomery Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing. Redmond Ridge Golf Club, as of today, for the remaining foursomes that are out there, if you are a single or you got a pair of players you want to play, you can sign up now at the events page at KISW.com. Had a bunch of people come up and go, hey, man, I got another buddy we want to play, but we can't come up with 4 people.
Yeah.
Now you can. So sign up now while those slots are still there at KISW.com. All right, do we have time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com?
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Hello from our question, what did you crash into or what crashed into you? This is a true one, I believe. I crashed into Dave Matthews 6 years ago.
Yeah.
He didn't appreciate the irony as much as I did. And from Big Dave.
He almost ran over my wife. Not Big Dave, Dave Matthews. Seriously, it's years ago. We just got into Seattle, and she's like, I was almost hit by a Prius today. I'm like, you all right? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. And she's a big Dave Matthews fan. And she said the guy was very apologetic. And I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. Why are you bringing it up? She's like, it was Dave Matthews.
Yeah, Wallingford's a dangerous place. I was riding my bike in an amphitheater, lost control because I couldn't find the brakes and crashed into a bulletproof window.
Oh, damn.
That had hurt. As far as a couple of these, as far as having an airbag deployed, it's like taking one of those rubber dodgeballs straight to the face.
Yeah.
The powder inside smells horrible. A lot of people made that comment as far as the smell once that thing deploys. Was driving a car when the airbags went off in an accident. Got chemical burns on both arms near where I was holding the steering wheel.
Damn.
That's not good. And finally, Pierce County Sheriff crashed into me 3 months after getting my license and my first car. His fault. Ran a red light doing a 20 over. No lights or sirens either. All right, time for a couple of birthdays, and they're brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Hope it's not too late to get this in. If not, please give a birthday shout-out to Nicholas. He is 18 today. Can you give him some turtle sex? We don't have Coach Ted, but we do have the Dirty Germans talking about the last month of school before he graduates, now that he's old enough. Happy birthday, Nick. We love you. That from Mom, Dad, Alexa, Braden, Lulu, and Athena.
Yeah, your last month of school, you're a senior, you're 18 years old. Let's just say when the prom shows up, get those fingers stinky.
Jesus. Yeah, let's see here.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Maybe I was suggesting you eat chitlins.
Afternoon, fellas. Hoping to get a birthday shout-out, let's see here, to my son, Brandon. We've been fans of the men's room for a very long time. He actually has a photo of him and Thrill that he still shows off to this day. So if you give him a fish sandwich and some dad jokes, that'd be appreciated. Happy birthday, Brandon. Love you. That from Pops.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
You know, it's left overnight. Sometimes you go home and just going to eat what you had last night because you got plenty of it.
Sure.
I've got all these Star Wars jokes from yesterday I didn't get a chance to get to.
Oh, bring them out.
So leftover Star Wars, May the 4th be with you, Joe.
Well, somebody did say today is...
The Revenge of the 5th.
Which I disagree. It should be the 6th.
I fully
if
agree.
you're going to do it. But for this purpose, we will do it. All right.
Who serves food at the Star Wars restaurant? Who serves food at the Star Wars restaurant?
Boba Fettuccine.
That's not bad.
Thank you.
Darth Vader.
Mike Tyson does not know why that's fun.
What Jedi became a rock star? What Jedi became a rock star?
I don't know.
Bon Jovi won Kenobi.
She's a whiz. There's a stretch.
Why couldn't Darth Vader ever find love? Why couldn't he ever find true love?
Why couldn't he find true love? He was looking in all the wrong places.
That's exactly right. He was looking in all the wrong places. How does Darth Vader like his toast?
On the dark side.
On the dark side. What did Obi-Wan say at the rodeo? What did Obi-Wan Kenobi say at the rodeo?
I don't know.
Use the horse, Luke.
Use the horse.
That's a leftover. Made the 4th joke.
Use the horse. That's where we're at now. Stand jokes. But when you say it with the right accent, it works. Use the horse, Luke.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Would you look at that? It's time for some of our favorite Snapple Real Facts. Real Fact 1433, toe wrestling is a competitive sport. Real Fact 732, the chicken is the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Real Fact 1599, a man once ate an entire airplane. Youch. Did he have any hot sauce? Yeah, so anyways, this has been a refreshing break brought to you by Snapple. Real tea, real juice.
With Snaps is refreshing.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Coming up at 5:08, we will drink a toast for the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But let's quick check out with Mark Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Sorry to say, fellas, but Utz has issued a recall on some varieties of their chips on reports of salmonella concerns.
They have.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not only that, they've got a pretty good umbrella of other brands they use.
Right.
So it might not say Utz. For an example, they do Zaps. Have you ever been to Potbelly?
Yep.
They look like they're New Orleans chips.
Right. Those are Utz chips.
They're made in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. So certain flavors of those and their dips and other stuff, like their cheese balls or something.
Yep.
There's a handful of things that they recalled.
Dang.
Utz I'm just happy they're here now.
Yeah, no kidding.
You can find the big bags in the grocery store, and they are fantastic.
Really? I don't know that I found a big bag yet. I know that our gal across the street, I know that she's got a couple small bags.
Yeah.
But I haven't found
for
the big
$140 each.
Yeah, no kidding. And they're all expired.
Speaking of the grocery store, I went into the PCC in Fremont this morning after going to the gym. They had the men's room beer brats from Woolies.
Really?
They did.
Okay.
But I bought them all.
Attaboy.
So they'll restock them. So if you're in there, and maybe you got a shot. I was like, dude.
I've gone down. I do know that the Tacoma Co-op, I don't know if it's called Tacoma Co-op, but it's off of Pearl Street. They restock on Tuesdays, and they have the men's room beer brats.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bought some rolls.
Attaboy.
Got a green pepper and an onion.
Hell yeah.
Tomorrow night I'm hooking it up.
A Southwest flight in California was delayed for more than an hour because of a 4-foot-tall, 70-pound robot passenger that caused concerns.
The hell's a robot passenger?
It's literally a 4-foot-tall, 70-pound robot that somebody bought a plane ticket for so that I could just sit there in the plane.
And so what was it doing that the flight was delayed?
It's giant-ass lithium-ion batteries. That
okay. That is fair.
This thing's going to burst into flame, and the plane's going to go down. So,
do you need a robot on the plane?
I think they were merely moving the robot.
I'm sure they had to buy the ticket. I do get that.
But even if you check the thing, right? You still have those batteries in the plane.
Correct.
And then you would not be alerted to the fact that there was a problem if it caught fire immediately. So I think the safest place to transport it is actually in the plane if you're going to allow it.
I agree. Because they tell you, like,
in the cockpit or in the or the people.
Or ship the battery separate.
Right. Because they do tell you, like, if you're going from a check bag, a carry-on to a check bag, they ask you, like, is there any lithium-ion batteries?
Always.
They want to know where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing that gets me is when they have to stop the plane because they figured out that they got one down in the cargo hold. Like, how'd you figure that out?
Well, my thing is with the robot, like, but why are we delayed an hour?
Right.
Look, either it's going to burst into flames or it is not. But what are we doing in that hour that makes a determination whether or not that's going to be the case?
Exactly.
Get the goddamn thing off the plane if you're that worried about it.
Right. You remember a while back, it was the Samsung phones that were spontaneously combusting on those doggone phones.
Oh, yeah.
A new study found that most Americans would give up nearly their entire paycheck for peace of mind. Isn't that kind of the point of getting paid, is a little bit of peace of mind?
I mean, that's such a weird correlation, right? Like,
right.
Okay, but where's your peace of mind if you can't pay your bills? I mean, I guess in a perfect world, sure.
Right.
But look, if you didn't have bills to pay, most people probably wouldn't work.
Right.
I mean, like, everything's taken. How many products of rich people do you know got a job in high school? You might wait to inherit, whatever it is your parents do, but, like, they're not working at Domino's delivering frickin' pizza, man. They're fine.
Right.
They got the peace of mind.
Hate to say it, but the stress of not having a roof next month keeps people working.
It really does.
How many people would go off at work and just walk out if they didn't have to worry about putting food on their table that night? So I get it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I get it, man. Put your thinking caps on, gents. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. I honestly give you guys a 20% chance of success because Steve pulls it out of his hind end from time to time. But it is a verb brought to you by the letter A. And to do this is to show or suggest, especially from omens, that something might happen in the future.
Especially from what?
Omens.
Omens.
Something might happen in the future. To A something. To show or suggest, especially from omens, that something might happen in the future. They say the downturn blanks badly for the success of the business.
Okay.
It can be a noun. I don't know if you spell it this way, but it can also be a noun for a digging device.
A digging device?
Digging device. Kind of a drill of sorts. Giant drill of sorts.
Harbinger?
Auger.
Auger. Ah, okay.
Auger is to show or suggest that something.
Did not know that.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
It's one of those, I've learned, now that I've been doing the Merriam-Webster word of the day, I have learned two words. I don't remember what the other one was, but I've learned two words that I have known to be nouns that could also be used as verbs.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Fun times. New research found that eating eggs regularly may significantly slash your risk of Alzheimer's.
You ever seen a fox with Alzheimer's? I have not.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen a chicken with one? They make them.
They do.
I did meet that one chicken that Alzheimer's.
They kind of consume their eggs, backwards.
Yeah.
I just have an egg at first.
Yes, reverse consume them.
Reverse consumption of eggs. That's a reverse. No, never mind.
And that way, without the Alzheimer's, you'll be very aware of your high cholesterol.
Yeah.
Right, that's always the thing. Like, everything you eat has some benefit somewhere, but then if you eat too much of it, there's the negative.
Yeah. And why is a cooked egg, the way you cook it, that much different? So, like they say, a hard-boiled egg.
Sure.
Really good for you. Fried egg, not good for you.
That's got to be the oil that's
a
being
little bit of
introduced.
butter, a little bit of spray, whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
But you're still eating the yolk on a hard boil.
Yeah, no, but is it runny or is it cooked?
Right.
I guess, well, like anything, it might be how much you cook it. I mean, we eat pork, but you're going to cook it first.
Sure.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I don't know.
I wonder if it's the things that we add to it. You hard boil an egg. Some people just go for it raw. Some people put salt on it. Whereas, with a fried egg, you got oil, you got salt and pepper and anything else that you're putting on it.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you're putting cheese and a bun on it, and you're making a sandwich out of it.
Very true.
Sausages. And
yeah.
Starting your day with hard-boiled eggs, you're just eating hard-boiled eggs, but those fried eggs, there's some bacon on
You always
that
add stuff.
too.
Yeah.
Deep belly fat was linked to faster brain shrinkage in a new study.
Deep belly fat.
Deep belly fat.
Is that different than like if you have, like you see a guy who's just fat, right? The belly's hanging over.
Yeah.
Do they have deep belly fat, or are they just kind of fat where I'm skinny, but they say, well, you actually have deep belly fat? Can you physically look at yourself and know? You know if you have a gut. But they must say, no, man, don't worry about it.
Or is it backwards? Like, do skinny people have deep belly fat because it's like you can't see it? It's buried all the way the hell in there.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I mean.
You hear about like visceral fat, or maybe deep belly fat is just it really expands its mind a lot.
Just deep belly fat.
It's just deep belly.
I think
fat,
I have
man.
some of that.
Maybe some acid log deep belly fat.
Guilty.
A wallaby that had escaped in a New Jersey zoo has been found and safely returned.
What is going on with animals escaping from
What
zoos?
is that? Get the out of here.
No kidding.
What are you hopping around doing? You can't
Look
walk.
at that thing. It's like Outback Steakhouse.
It's one of them pouch animals.
It's like a kangaroo, but a tiny one. It's like your mother, you know.
Do you ever become a kangaroo?
He's got his own wallet.
Wallaby wallet.
Right there. Hey, could you imagine putting your finger in there and smelling it?
Smelling it.
No!
In that pouch?
What do you think that smells like?
I think it smells like a kangaroo pouch.
What do you think smells worse? The anus of a kangaroo, right? Because all animals are going to
the pouch.
Or the pouch.
You don't clean
the pouch.
His arms are too small to clean that pouch out.
I want you to consider something for me, Steve, okay?
All right.
Consider your own hindquarters.
Yeah.
Or a little bag that you keep your son in.
Right. That's attached to my
what's
body.
going to stink more? You've been in his room.
I bet if you put your finger in there, man, sweater lint,
You bet.
you name
It's
it.
the kid's room, man. He doesn't
I think
shower.
you'd be real moist. I feel like it would just be like humid and moist.
Have you seen inside those things?
The inside of a kangaroo pouch?
Yeah.
No.
Look it up online to find the inside of a
I'm gonna
kangaroo
hate
pouch.
this.
Yes, you are. Because it looks as bad as you think it does. It looks like it reeks like a kangaroo pouch. It looks like a moist cavern that just goes to nowhere.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, you ready?
Kangaroo pouches can smell quite bad, often described as musky, damp, or gross.
Or
The
gross.
pouch is warm, moist, and enclosed environment where the joey lives, eats,
Right.
and urinates, often leaving behind a mix of waste, milk, and sweat.
Because
What does it look like? Can you pull that?
I don't have it in it. Let's see.
You got this, Miles. Hang on.
Yeah,
I mean, in a pinch.
Okay. What?
I mean, what I'm looking at, like, hey, I've been wandering through the outback for 5 years.
For $100, will you spend 2 minutes in there?
That's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. There's no way. That's a big.
For 2 minutes, if they could have one as big as you need it to be, would you spend 2 minutes in there for $100?
Not 100. Give me 1,000. I'll think about it. I'm just looking at it like, oh.
Ah, jeez. Steve, what day is it, my man?
Let's see. Cinco de Mayo.
Correct.
Revenge of the 5th.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
How could you effing forget, dude?
Yeah, I know. Yes.
It's also Sleep Apnea Awareness Day.
Of course.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
In honor of our buddy Ted, who will be back tomorrow, it is Sleep Apnea Day, and we have 10 fun facts about sleep apnea.
All right.
1 in 5 adults have obstructive sleep apnea to some degree, is what they start with, and it affects both men and women across all age groups. It's more common in men, older adults, but factors like weight, pre-existing conditions can also impact the prevalence of the condition.
When did they give it a name, essentially? Like, looking back, put it this way, like ADHD, right? What we call it now, it's not new. We all went to school with that kid.
Sure.
They doesn't have a name for it, right? So, like, my brother had horrible sleep apnea when we were growing up. We just didn't know it. So what we said is he snores ridiculously, and he's one of those guys that would snore and kind of like stop breathing for a second,
right,
and then get back to snoring. And we were just used to it because that's what he did. You didn't realize it was a dangerous thing,
right?
It was just he's a loud snore. Now it's like, oh, I have sleep apnea. Looking back, no kidding.
So I think it gets a little bit worse because it's the second bit that they give us here is despite its prevalence, up to 80% of cases of sleep apnea are undiagnosed.
I believe that.
Many people don't realize that they have OSA because it occurs during their sleep. Many symptoms such as waking tiredness, daytime sleepiness, fatigue, lethargy, high blood pressure, and they're all blamed on other factors and other causes.
That's the problem with things you do in your sleep, unless there's someone in the bed,
right?
You know, to tell you that, like, nobody knows they snore until someone tells them that they snore.
Exactly. To keep on going on that, Steve, not everybody who snores has sleep apnea.
Understood.
But almost everyone with Sleep apnea snores.
Snores, yeah, exactly.
Loud, persistent snoring is the most common warning sign of OSA, but a small portion of apnea sufferers do not snore. They're known as silent apneics. Apneics. Silent
Sounds like a
apneics.
club.
It's actually worse.
Isn't that a Queen's race song?
Sleep.
Silent apneics. Yeah.
It's actually worse because people notice a snorer stopping when they have an apneic event, whereas a silent apneic does not get noticed. So there's the difference.
Yeah, my brother, we knew, because he was one of, and not making this up, but it was the...
Right.
But throughout my childhood, we just said that's how he sleeps. Now, we would say, like, bro, go...
Right.
Yeah, go get that taken care of.
I think it took so long just because snoring was just so prevalent.
Sure.
It's just what people did. And
every cartoon, every TV show, every comedy movie,
right,
just to indicate that someone's asleep, they snore.
Well, and more to your point, look at all that pop culture is that it even simulates sleep apnea, which is the loss of, you can't breathe anymore for a hot second. Right. It's just disturbed snores at that point, but they don't actually take it into account, and you can't react to it. You're not, because you're sleeping, so you're not saying, I can't breathe. You're just snoring. So it goes completely undiagnosed. They don't even give it a name because you're just snoring.
Yeah, exactly.
Then people start dying from this doggone thing, like, let's figure out what's happening.
Yeah, my brother was real bad.
Yeah, I might need to get checked out. I've got an eye twitch that won't stop, and I wonder if it's because I'm not sleeping right. I don't want to have to do this, man. These are 10 fun facts about sleep apnea from sleepclinicservices.com. They say people with untreated sleep apnea are 7 times more likely to be involved in a car accident.
That makes sense.
Than those without the condition.
You're tired.
It leads to, you're right, fragmented and poor quality sleep, resulting in excessive daytime sleepiness and fatigue. Because of this, people with OSA may experience micro-sleep episodes, brief moments of unintentional sleep that they are unaware of. Sleep apnea leads to excessive daytime sleepiness, impaired alertness, and slowed reaction times while driving, making individuals with sleep apnea more prone to errors and accidents.
Now, I'll tell you this. You're still asleep, regardless of the fact that you wake up tired.
Yeah.
All right. You might be, you didn't get a great night's sleep, but you did sleep. You don't understand how difficult it is for the person that you are sleeping with. They are the ones that have not been able to sleep all night. They're the ones who constantly have to nudge you, who have to get up, roll over, do this, do this, do this. The person who has sleep apnea, they're snoring. They're out. Yes, it might not be the best night's sleep, but they're
asleep.
They're effing getting one.
Right.
It's the person beside them that's being punished for them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like, look, they're asleep. They don't know they're doing this. I'm up all night. Shut the up.
Yeah. Or their kids.
Open your mouth. Breathe through your mouth. Something, anything.
While they're on vacation.
Jeez.
And you're all sharing a hotel room. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
sitting there. And you have the misfortune of waking up in the middle of the night.
You know who's going to crash the car? The other person you're sleeping
That's
with.
right. With a lumberjack in the bed over there.
That's why my brother, every time we had to, when you're little kids, and every time, like Vincent's grandparents, and we had to share a bed, I didn't care other than the fact he snored so loud. And at least if someone's snoring, it should be rhythmic, so at some point you can almost tune it out and kind of fall asleep to it.
Sure.
But when you have the sleep apnea thing where it's right, it's like doing
And
a
then there's
drum
this big
solo
pause
in
of
the
no
middle.
breathing. There's like
But then
20
you
seconds
get
like,
worried. Yeah, you get worried. Like, he's not breathing, right?
He's holding
then
his breath.
And that's what would keep me awake. Like, man, it's not that you're snoring kept me awake, but when you stopped snoring, then I'm alert because in my mind, like, did my brother just die? Right? It was just weird.
See, not me, because my old man was the one sawing logs when I was a kid, and I didn't understand all this stuff. Sleep apnea was not a thing. It wasn't a concern or anything like that. But you're saying the same thing. It would get rhythmic after a while, and he was just roaring on the bed up there, but then he would stop for a hot
You
minute.
snored all night. Did I? Which means you slept.
Right. But
Jackass.
But he would stop for a minute, and I would start to fall asleep. It was like, okay, he's finally done. And then after a good long while, and I'm back again. I'm back again. It affects your driver's license. Under Australian law, conditions which impact your ability to drive safely must be notified to the licensing authorities. Notifiable conditions include epilepsy, blindness, multiple sclerosis, heart
Blindness.
disease.
Yes, they want to know that, huh?
Well, like your glasses.
Good day,
man.
mate.
Your glasses.
They drove
see
all
you're
right.
blind.
They drove all right in Mad Max.
Heart disease and apnea. When the condition is being effectively treated, conditional licenses are granted for private and commercial drivers and pilots.
Okay.
Hooray. Fun facts about sleep apnea. It can lead to alterations in brain structure and function. Ongoing research is investigating the extent of this, but a recent study discovered that individuals with sleep apnea experienced a breakdown in the structural integrity of brain areas associated with behaviors and bodily functions. These deficiencies were...
poop myself.
It's because I'm not sleeping, damn it. These deficiencies were observed in multiple brain regions and suggest harm caused by decreased oxygen levels, oxidative stress, persistent inflammation, problems with small blood vessels, and localized blood supply issues. These changes accumulate over extended periods, and sleep apnea sufferers must prioritize protective measures to prevent further neural damage.
Instead of saying that, you should tell them how.
Yeah, right. Take some extra steps.
Well, I can say that to someone like, okay, again, the issue is that unlike exercising or something, I'm asleep. I'm unconscious.
Right.
There's not a whole lot I can do there.
But how do you inspire men to figure that out, Steve, to find the answer?
It'll affect your penis.
It will increase the risk of sexual dysfunction, particularly in men.
That's it.
The repeated interruptions in breathing and reduced oxygen levels during sleep impact hormone production and cardiovascular health. That is not what Miles is thinking.
I was thinking whenever I met a woman with a sexual dysfunction. I can't do it tonight. Too much whiskey.
Right.
Too much whiskey. That's my job to mess that up, not you.
You're absolutely right.
I was like, of course.
Women have every excuse in the book as to why it's not happening tonight, other than their body won't let them do it.
Right. That's why you take 3 Advil to your woman at night with a glass of water and say, here.
Right.
She said, what's this for? It's for your headache. She said, I don't have a headache. It's good.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Game time.
There's one less excuse.
Have you ever have you ever turned down sex because you had a headache?
No, I could have 100.
No.
I could have 102 temperature. Be like, dude, it's on. I don't care.
I'm going to have a headache one way or another. If someone said, but you can also have sex while having this headache, like, cool.
Science says it should alleviate the headache.
Well, it's distributing your blood differently.
Right.
So instead of it all being up in your head.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're working out.
I got a headache
if you're
anyway.
doing it right.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a headache, honey.
So
you need me.
You're still gonna have a headache.
I need help.
I'm trying to get some.
All right, come on.
Your head's still gonna hurt. Jesus.
Let's see here. For men, it's been associated with higher likelihood of erectile dysfunction, and in women, it can have a negative effect on the libido.
Okay.
Those with moderate to severe sleep apnea are 2.5 times more likely to develop cancer and 3 times more likely to die from it.
Jesus.
Research indicates that severe and untreated sleep apnea is linked to an elevated risk of developing certain cancers. The connection is thought to be related to factors such as intermittent hypoxia, which is reduced oxygen levels due to breathing interruptions during sleep, and inflammation, which are characteristic features of OSA. Interestingly, 80% of head and neck cancer patients also have sleep apnea. However, it's important to note that the precise
I'm
nature...
sure that's what bugs them. Listen, you have neck cancer, but I have worse news. You have sleep apnea. Oh, my God, Doc.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed to know that. Let's see here. Then I'll leave you with this last and final fun fact about sleep apnea. People with severe or untreated sleep apnea, twice as likely to have a heart attack. One of the biggest dangers of untreated sleep apnea is its significant impact on your heart and your blood vessels. Those with OSA are also 5 times more likely to develop heart disease and 4 times more likely to have atrial fibrillation. If you're told that you snore, I will too. Okay, go to the doctor.
Right.
Go get yourself checked out. It's going to mess you up, and it's not going to do good things. A bakery in Boston had something stolen, and they're asking for it back, Miles.
Donuts?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk, and Steve, a thrill hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast a 50-year-old man that seems to be a part of a theme this year. And I don't know where this theme came from, but here we are. So today we toast John Stevenson of Lincolnshire, England. Now, John is a martial arts expert and a former bare-knuckle fighter. And recently, he's become an advocate to raise awareness for prostate cancer. Now, I'm not sure that he achieved that particular goal, but what he did do was pull a 2-ton French police car over 120 feet, not with his testicles like an honoree we had a little while ago, using only his penis. But wait, I'm not done. While on fire. So let me repeat this. The man tied a rope around his penis. All the guy did it with his testicles, around his penis. He pulled a 2-ton car, 120 feet, but also he lit himself on fire. Now, if you're wondering, he does say, quote, "I won't lie. It did hurt quite a bit, but my mind was focused on being on fire," and that is plowed on and pulled it for about 40 meters. So once again, to raise awareness for prostate cancer, the man tied a rope around his penis and pulled a 4,000-pound car 120 feet while he was on fire.
He had to have some kind of special rope that went inside so that the flames would not get into... You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have that thing
I know
out.
what you're saying.
You can't have it out and be on fire.
I don't. They lit the fire on his back. I'm not...
Oh, all right. Okay. Like Wish You Were Here or something.
Actually, yeah. It kind of looks like Wish You Were Here.
All
So
right.
they started the fire on his back, but obviously as he is moving through the atmosphere, the fire is getting bigger.
Right. So he's got the wang out, but he's on the
Nothing
back.
about this makes sense. He pulled a 4,000-pound car with his penis while he's on fire on purpose. Nothing about that makes sense, but hey, he did it. Congratulations. So on behalf of him, check your prostate health. Jesus, age crack.
There's better ways to do it, man.
Do a PSA, man.
There you go.
NBC says the more you know. NBC does not light themselves on fire and pull a car with their penis. Maybe it's just me. But we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, it's going to contest on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
What comes into view when credit markets converge? At PGIM, we believe opportunity favors those who see the bigger picture. With our $1.2 trillion integrated credit platform, we bridge public and private markets across the credit continuum. This gives us the flexibility to uncover relative value and explore ways to build more resilient portfolios. One integrated platform, all the credit. PGIM. Keep asking. PGIM Inc. All investments involve risk, including the possible loss of capital.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This episode is supported by Ring, because at the end of the day, your home is your sanctuary. And with Ring, it's protected. Whether you're across the house or across the country, keeping an eye on things shouldn't be a mystery. With the battery doorbell, you can keep track of your packages and see more of what's happening at your front door in real time. If you want to make sure your yard is safe at night, the Outdoor Cam Plus delivers a wide field of view and enhanced video clarity with Retinal 2K video. And for the ultimate in detail, you can upgrade to 4K cameras and doorbells featuring Retinal Vision. It gives you ultra-clear footage that actually lets you zoom in without losing those important details. The Ring system is helpful every single day. Like a lot of us, most of our shopping is done online. There's a certain peace of mind that comes with knowing exactly when a package arrives while you're busy at work or running errands. It's not just about the technology. It's about the relief of knowing your home is secure. It's incredibly easy to set up, and it gives you that extra layer of protection for what matters most. Your door, your yard, your home, your peace of mind. With Ring, it's protected. Shop cameras, doorbells, and more right now at ring.com.
Would you look at that? It's time for some of our favorite Snapple Real Facts. Real Fact 1433, toe wrestling is a competitive sport. Real Fact 732, the chicken is the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Real Fact 1599, a man once ate an entire airplane. Youch. Did he have any hot sauce? Yeah, so anyways, this has been a refreshing break brought to you by Snapple. Real tea, real juice.
With Snap's acidity refreshing!
Hi, I'm Bobby Witt Jr., ambassador for MLB's Play Ball.
Let's play ball!
It's an accessible, fun way for kids of all skill levels to learn the game, make new friends, and most importantly, get out and play ball. No prior experience needed. No bat or glove? No problem. We provide participants with their own bat and ball kit so kids can come as they are. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend, June 5th through the 7th. Visit playball.org to register for an event near you today.
Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Hi, I'm Bobby Witt Jr., ambassador for MLB's Play Ball.
Let's play ball!
It's an accessible, fun way for kids of all skill levels to learn the game, make new friends, and most importantly, get out and play ball. No prior experience needed. No bat or glove? No problem. We provide participants with their own bat and ball kit so kids can come as they are. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend, June 5th through the 7th. Visit playball.org to register for an event near you today.
Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving and your wrenches turning. Join over 13,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhook has placed everyone on Profile This is played.
Sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, my brother.
Hola. Hi, Gary. You understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do. Can I say something real quick?
What is that?
I agree with, it was Thrill that said that tomorrow should be the revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Of what you ate on the 5th.
I'm just saying, man. To me, if it's Revenge of the Sith, it should be Revenge of the 6th. Yes, that's my Star Wars nerd. I do not care. I stand by that.
Well,
and yes, I will die on that nerd hill.
And coming off of Cinco de Mayo as well, like.
Let Cinco de Mayo have its own
We're
thing,
going to have to have the Revenge of the 6th.
That's the Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
It's like Montezuma's, but yeah.
Yes. All right, Gary, today you have your choice of one of 3 categories. Today we offer you the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me, in other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally today, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
Okay, so if you know me well, we're going to go with Animalize This.
All right, we go to the fine state of North Carolina, where authorities are asking local residents to keep an eye out for a, quote, really big critter seen wandering loose in Durham County. Now, the Durham County Sheriff's Office said on a social media post that the, quote, new heavyweight champion was spotted in the Mason Road area, but animal services personnel were unable to locate it. The Post says, quote, to put it lightly, he is a really big version of this animal. We're talking absolute unit status. He's currently living his best life on the lam, but we'd like to get him somewhere safe before he decides to move into someone's backyard permanent like. And because it's North Carolina, permanent like is an actual
Is this
quote.
a pet?
Could be.
Okay.
Now, the sheriff's office said that residents should report any sightings of it and not attempt to capture it themselves. The animal's owner is yet to be identified. Now, the Post asked residents to help come up with the nickname for the county's new four-legged celebrity, because, again, that's how they roll in North Carolina, saying, quote, since he's clearly a local celebrity now, he needs a name fitting of his stature. Tiny feels a bit too ironic, and we know you can do better, unquote. Fine. So the question is, what is this abnormally large critter that they're looking for? Is it a pig? Is it a goat? Is it an emu? Or is it a cow? So pig, goat, emu, or cow. What is this unusually large animal that's roaming around North Carolina?
Well, I heard some probable euphemisms like on the lam, etc., but unusually large. Cows are large to start with, okay?
Well, I do know that. They're saying whatever this animal is, it is a bigger version than the
Let Gary
average.
drop knowledge. Cows are big.
I believe the term is let Gary cook.
Oh, thank you.
Gary is cooking.
Good point, though, Gary.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with the pig, because those things, you can get little pot bellies and they can grow up to twice their size. I'm going to go with the pig.
I'm going to go with emu because they said do not approach.
What do you think, Mike?
It was a pig. It was an emu. It was
Goat
a
or a cow.
Goat or a cow.
Cows, by the way, big.
The thing that got me was how big did they say that he was?
They didn't say how big he was. They just said he is abnormally large.
There was a specific term that they used in there. What status was he at? You said.
I know what you're talking. Hang on. Put it lightly, he is really big. We're talking absolute unit.
Unit status. So that's muscular. That's big. I think this is a goat.
Goat. All right. Okay.
Okay, what is this animal on the loose and still on the loose, I'm assuming, in North Carolina? Is it a pig, goat, emu, or cow? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
Diamond Dynasty has all new Red Diamond cards and World Baseball Classic content in MLB The Show 26. Collect your favorites and compete against the best. MLB The Show 26 is available now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch. Rated E for everyone. Officially licensed by MLB Players Inc.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving and your wrenches turning. Join over 13,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Categories analyze this on profile. This we get in North Carolina. There's a big critter roaming around, and it's on the loose.
Big critter.
It has not been located, but they're saying this guy is huge. Apparently, he works out.
Yeah, whatever kind of animal it is a much larger version of this animal than the others.
It's a jacked animal. Question is the animal on the loose that they still haven't found a pig, goat, emu, or a cow?
And Gary, that is a question that we asked you. And I like that you pointed out that cows are big. And it turns out it was not a cow. So you were on to something. I should have let you cook because you were correct. It was not, in fact, a cow. So we start with Miles Montgomery. You went emu.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you pick emu?
Just because I figured they could be as big as an ostrich.
Right. I would not approach it
Emus
either.
are nasty anyway.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. I would not.
But they're great
that.
socks.
They are great socks.
No, it's llama. I'm kidding.
Mike, you went with a goat because of a big unit, whatever the hell they said. He was a big unit. And Gary, that leaves you. You said pig. You are correct, my man. Apparently,
they're rampant there in North Carolina.
Yes, they are, but that's 2 a.m., Gary. It's a different
year.
They believe it's owned by someone because it has been shaved, right? It's not wild,
Right.
but they're like, that is a
shaved pig.
Hey, let me see that shaved pig.
Hey, baby, you know I got to get out of here for a minute. I got to go shave that
man,
pig.
that's an absolute unit right there.
That is the hottest euphemism ever. Hey, let me see that shaved pig you got, girl.
Hey, what are you doing, man? Just shaving my pig, bro. What are you doing?
That's a shaved pig right there.
Hey, man, give me
I'm shaving my pig, brother. I'll call you back.
I got a date, man. Give me a half hour, man. I'll be over. I'll stop in pregame. Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Mike Hawk's turn.
What's happening, everybody? We finally close it out. The Ted Smith will be back tomorrow. Normal time, so for right now, y'all get me. And as we get started here, I got a little bit of news in the world of entertainment. Y'all remember Blake Lively, the big news that she was in here not long ago.
Well, she was like in a lawsuit with someone that she starred with in a movie. I don't know what their deal was, but they've been going at each other for a year and a half, 2
Pretty
years.
much. You summed it up pretty well there, Steve. So following the filming
Baldini?
of Justin Baldoni.
Damn it!
Baldoni.
So close. Following the filming of the 2024 movie, It Ends With Us, there was allegations of sexual harassment, a subsequent smear campaign on the set of the film. Blake Lively's basically saying this guy, he came after me, did all this bad stuff, ran a smear campaign. He ran a countersuit for defamation against her. Blah, blah, blah. It blew up into a pretty big deal, right?
And nobody knew what they were talking about until they made it a big deal.
Pretty much. Right. And the thing is that the assumption was from kind of the peanut gallery was like, it looks like you kind of caught feelings for a dude that wasn't your husband, and then all of a sudden people started noticing it. So as of now, actors Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have ended their high-profile legal fight. This happened on Monday. 2 weeks. I know.
I can go home now and just kick back on the couch.
You can relax.
I can just smoke a joint and go like it's over.
Now I can get back to politics.
2 weeks before what remained of the case was due in a federal courtroom. A joint statement by their lawyers announced the settlement. Let's see here. Lively claims of sexual harassment on a film set. The end product, the movie It Ends With Us, is a source of pride to all of us who work to bring it to life.
Do you think the lawyers got together and said, hey, man, listen, I know we're both making a lot of money on this, but honest to God, do you give a rat's ass about what these two dumb bitches are going on about? I mean, does any of this matter to anybody?
It's rich people.
It is.
That's what I mean.
There's a certain point, like it was like the Met Gala last night. Okay,
about to bring that up.
You look at that ridiculousness, and you go like, in this time, in this day and age, where people are just trying to buy food, gas, get to work, get the kids where they want to go. These are not the problems that anyone gives a flying F about.
No,
like it's just. Look, if we're doing well, the country's cooking, then we're all happy.
We want to celebrate with you.
Okay, man, hey, good. Great movie.
This is a reminder that you are filthy rich. It was Sarah Paulson. Quick side note. It was whatever, the Met Gala, right? Apparently she had some kind of protest thing. There's a dollar bill, and it was, protesting money. I looked at my wife and I said, you can't be at the Met Gala and then have a protest about something with Jeff Bezos. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You're there.
Yeah, there was
in
a whole
New
lot
York City at this freaking thing. You spent money to dress like Halloween.
Well,
people like me,
you look like you're in a ball in Star Wars.
Right.
Like,
It does kind of look like
you
that.
can't even eat. You can't sit down. You can't fart. You can't take a crap. Like, dude, if I'm that person and I have that, I'm like, I will politely decline, even if I was invited.
This year,
Because,
for sure.
look, I mean, I don't know.
No, I feel you.
There's more important things, right?
So you know what? There's more.
No,
important-
Miles, there's not.
So I'm glad they're done with this. I
They're
can
done with
relax
it.
now.
Yeah, what do they
Go home.
what did they say there? We acknowledge the process presented challenges and recognize concerns raised by Ms. Lively deserve to be heard. Blah, 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 blah,
Even if
blah.
she doesn't work or her husband doesn't, I think they're going to be okay.
They're going to be just fine.
She was at the Met Gala.
But guess what? They all dirtied themselves by dragging this thing through the mud.
You're darn right
So
they
now
did.
everyone just, it's kind of just don't really think about it.
I did not know much about her. I knew her name, right? I didn't know much about her. And I never paid attention to whatever their deal is because I do not care and it seemed petty to me. But that said, at the end of this, I don't like either of them. I've never met them. I don't know anything about them. I have never read a quote for them. But I'm like, I have to keep at least seeing the headlines about this. And this is some petty ass BS. Shut up.
So let's stick with the Met Gala there. Somebody
Cool.
came up dressed up better, in my opinion, better than any of them all because she always comes out dressed to the nines. Usually it's for the Halloween ball that they all go
Heidi
to.
Klum.
Heidi Klum.
Okay.
Absolutely friggin' nailed it again.
I cut her slack. Look, she's rich and all these blah, 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 blah. But she is a cosplayer lover. I mean, she
crushes it. And Tim's got it up now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. She likes to dress up. So with this, now I'm looking at the picture that Tim put up on YouTube. That's actually dressed down for her.
No kidding.
Right?
So she dressed up as a statue this this time around.
Let's be relatable. Back to that. Your favorite, other than auctions, your favorite ball that you attended.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah.
Favorite ball.
My left one. That's the one I
gotta know
visited
that.
most.
We're normal people.
Correct.
The fact that we're talking about ballrooms and balls and all this stuff, it just accentuates people that we don't even.
We don't measure
It's not
up
even
to.
the same world.
We live on different planets.
So
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I love what Heidi Klum does. That's why I'm bringing her up right now.
Well,
Because
she's
you're right.
beautiful. She's beautiful. I don't care if
She's
shows
absolutely dropped it gorgeous.
But she always dresses up. It's the
Correct.
thing. And I go like, this is her thing.
She dated Seal and married him, or maybe she didn't, because she saw the outline of his penis in a hotel gym.
That's
when
not
they
a
happened
joke.
to be staying in a hotel together. That's why I love her.
Right.
She's awesome.
I like
But at
that she
the same point in
actually-
time, like a ball. I can't even imagine getting an invitation to a ball.
No.
So this is not real world.
But
This is not real to me.
But I love that she goes bees out on her costumes. Not normally for the
Yeah,
Met Gala.
sure.
This is like the first time that she went all out for the Met Gala. Usually she does like a Halloween thing, but this time she went all out for that, and I
But that's what I'm
appreciate
saying.
that because
She's almost like my daughter. She's a nerd who wants to dress up. And I go, look,
Right.
that's okay. That is who she is.
100%.
Because you're not wearing someone's stuff.
correct. You're not
That
trying to
is
show
true.
us how
Right.
fancy you are.
All these
Unless
fashion
the
designers,
Statue of Liberty was her designer.
Back to paying for Blake Lively's dress. She showed up because a fashion designer paid for her whatever $100,000 ticket, right?
Exactly.
That's not my world.
No, not at all.
And I don't care.
Not at all. Let's switch gears over here. We frequently hear about the highest grossing actors of all time, but what about the highest grossing directors of all time? So I have a list here of the highest grossing directors of all time, and what I'm going to do, you guys can guess the directors if you'd like to, but what I really want to know, if you guys know, is what is their most successful film?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's fair.
Give me your guesses. Who are the highest grossing film directors of all time?
I would say James Cameron has got to be up there.
Number 2 on the list, James Cameron.
Spielberg's one.
He has grossed $10.6 billion. What is James Cameron's most successful film, Steve?
I'm going to say Titanic.
Avatar.
Miles, you nailed it.
Okay.
$2.9 billion for Avatar. Titanic probably would have been it, but because it came out in the 90s, that money doesn't transfer.
Right. You know, the thing with Avatar, if people like it, they like it. I did not particularly enjoy it, but to me, it's like take the Smurfs, put them in Dances with Wolves or Last of the Mohicans. There's your movie.
Fern Gully.
It wasn't innovative. It looks cool, but the movie itself, I just thought, I'm like,
Miles, you nailed number 1. It is Steven Spielberg at $10.7 billion that he's raked in. What is Steven Spielberg, of his vast library, what is Steven Spielberg's most successful film?
Based on
E.T.
time. No, because you got to go back to the 80s or the 90s.
Right.
So money-wise, it's got to be newer
Okay.
to gross more.
What do you got?
I mean, back when we went to the movies, it was $4, dude.
I know.
Exactly.
Because we're
Okay.
old.
So what do you
I'll
think?
say
Raiders?
no. One of the newer Jurassic Park movies. movies.
Oh, that's a good call, man.
They actually just go with Jurassic Park, $1 billion.
Oh, so this is the first one.
Right.
All right, I was wrong on the theory.
Billion. No, you were right, because that was the 90s. So I don't know if that counts the entire franchise. I don't believe that it does.
He only did the one, and then I think he may have lent his name to one of the later ones, but he didn't direct it.
Probably Schindler's List, but only because of the children's toys.
Man.
McDonald's Happy Meal toys.
Oh, yeah. The tie-in with Schindler's List.
Why is everything on a bagel?
Oh, we're going to get fired. Yep. Anthony and Joe Russo come in at number 3 with $6.8 billion. Do you guys have any idea what Anthony and Joe Russo did?
I don't.
Very recent, huge franchise.
Very recent, huge. Does it appeal to me? Does it appeal to the younger demographic?
It appeals to you, but mostly the younger demographic.
I don't know.
At $2.8 billion, their most successful film was Avengers Endgame.
Oh, you know what's weird about that, right? When you talk about Star Wars, you bring up George Lucas, even though he hasn't been involved in a long time. Spielberg, you can attach his name. What's his face? Titanic guy, James Cameron. He will make it a point for you to know he did it. But it's weird. With all those Avengers movies and all the money they made, nerds do, normal people, we do not know who the directors were.
Is it like the Coen brothers where they always work together?
They might be. To be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Peter Jackson comes in at number 4, $6.6 billion worth of
Lord of the Rings.
Damn straight. Most successful film. Which of the Lord of the Rings movies was the most successful one?
I know the third one won a bunch of Oscars, but the first one?
Stick with what you know. It's the third one. Return of the King. Okay. $1.2 billion for Return of the King there.
They didn't know they meant Elvis.
The man who...
What's going on?
That was about a C ring, right?
The man who loves explosions more than anybody else. Michael Bay.
Yeah.
$6.5 million. Anybody have any idea?
5 million or billion?
Sorry, $6.5 billion.
It's funny. He gets panned all the time. His movies are stupid. Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't care. But he's got $6.5 billion to be stupid. He did what? The Transformers and all that kind
Dark
of thing.
of the Moon was his best one. $1.1 billion for that one. Anybody know David Yates as a director? He's grossed $6.4 billion over his career.
What genre? Or
fantasy. Big fantasy franchise
but
came out in
Lord of the Rings.
Came out in the 2000s. Wrong side of fantasy. You're thinking of fantasy adventure. This isn't fantasy adventure.
Is that Harry Potter?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. That was the very last Harry Potter movie of the current of that iteration. $1.4 billion. He actually directed the last 4 of those movies.
Oh, yeah. Okay, he made bank then.
Your boy there, Steve, Christopher Nolan. $6 billion that he's grossed over his career. Your opinion, what is his most successful and what is his most successful film? Because I know that you're an apologist, which you don't need to be. He's a great director. I love his work.
I would say his biggest are probably the Batman trilogies that he did.
Dark Knight Rises, $1.1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a good director.
Absolutely.
Right? I really believe that.
Is there any one other one that you hang on to? Because I'm with you. I really, really, really liked the Dark Knight trilogy.
I had to watch Interstellar twice to truly appreciate it.
Okay.
The first time you say, this isn't so good, and it's not. But when you watch it the second time, it's a lot better, and I like his point. Christ. Because he also did, what was the one with...
Inception?
I love Inception.
Okay.
I love that movie. Yeah.
Ridley Scott. Had a lot of movies over his career. $5 billion. His most successful movie. His most successful movie just had its sequel released not terribly long ago, within the last month or so.
Ooh.
The Martian. $654 million on that one.
I didn't realize he did that.
No.
Okay.
The king of the gothic movie, the dark, twisted Tim Burton. $4.9 billion. Any guess on his top grossing film?
Is it Beetlejuice?
Alice in Wonderland.
Really?
I
movie
know.
Sucked.
I know.
That was a terrible movie.
$1 billion.
But they're all the same.
They really are.
You know, it's like you know what you're getting. It's the same.
You do.
It's going to look weird.
I would think it'd be Nightmare Before Christmas because that one keeps rolling.
It keeps going.
The merch that you keep coming. Maybe they're just going with like box office. That's
got to be
what
box office.
J.J. Abrams comes in at $4.6 billion for his iteration of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. $2.1 billion. The sequel to the sequel to the sequels.
It was the sequel to the sequels.
It was the sequel to the sequels. We
Not
found
to
that
be
out
confused with
yesterday.
the prequels. Yes.
Correct. And then they throw in number 11, Robert. I'm going to screw up his name. Robert Zemeckis.
Zemeckis, yeah.
$4.4 billion. He's the guy that directed Ryan Castle's favorite movie, $680 million.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Nailed it. So there you go. The
Today, we made a lot of money.
Film directors of all time. What are you going to watch tonight? You got game one of the NBA playoffs, conference semifinals between the Detroit Pistons and the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got the NBA playoffs conference semifinals between the OKC Thunder, boo, and the LA Lakers. You got the first season finale of Funny AF with Kevin Hart. You've got the second season finale of NCIS Origins, and late on tonight, you got Jimmy Fallon with Justin Hartley and Maddie Kelly. You got Jimmy Kimmel with John Mulaney and Isa Gonzalez. Stephen Colbert with Barack Obama and Seth Meyers with Meg Stalter and Caro Claire Burke.
You just want to drop the mic and walk off? Headlines are coming up. You are listening to Men's Room.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. A loose dog joins runner in a mini marathon in Minnesota. Not that kind of loose dog. Oops. Meanwhile, a Florida man goes to Chick-fil-A drive-thru to show workers his hog. A drunk Washington woman tries to run over a kid riding his bike. A bakery begs for the return of the mascot that they really did like. And a Canadian musician sues Google after AI claims he is a sex offender. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
All right, our top story, we go to Boston, where it's time to bring someone home. A local bakery has put out a plea to the public, asking for help in bringing home their beloved mascot, Swirly. Swirly is a large plastic ice cream cone that used to sit outside of the bakery that came up missing not long ago. Initially believed to have been blown away during the winter conditions, the owner of the bakery has reason to believe that somebody actually made off with the cone.
Wait, they thought that during the winter storms...
It blew off, yeah.
Okay.
They're asking simply for Swirly's safe return and have put out a statement, quote, to anybody who is temporarily sheltering him. Thank you for protecting him this winter. Please return him safely, no questions asked, in exchange for baked goods and our eternal gratitude.
They are the baked goods as eternal as your gratitude. If you tell them I can roll in there and get, right, just like, look, man.
We still haven't got to follow through from the walrus penis that was stolen from that New Jersey bar.
Oh, that's right.
They still haven't found that.
No. But you know what? They returned, what's her name? Cindy from the Sinclair gas station?
I do remember that.
They did return her like same day. But also you make a good point, Steve. Like, wait a minute. All I have to do to get good baked goods is just steal the ice cream cone from out front.
I would do it all the time.
You're going to give me good cookies? Right. That wouldn't be my best. You're going to give them the rejects. Mm-hmm. This one doesn't have any icing on it. This gingerbread man only has only has one leg.
That one has a rat tail.
That's right. Dude, we're going to start a business. Gingerbread
cast-offs.
Gingerbread men with rat tails. In other news, just down the road, we go to Cheney, Washington, where they're sticklers for children on two wheels. I read this story and went, wait a minute, what?
Did you watch the video?
Yes. It's horrific. A woman was filmed by a local resident as she barreled down a neighborhood street and took issue with a young child riding their dirt bike on the sidewalk. Why? We don't know. But instead of merely stopping and voicing her concerns with the young individual, she instead veers toward the sidewalk, seemingly attempting to run over the child. What's more is instead of backing up and going about her way when she hits the curb, she doubles down, driving off-road and mounting the curb, barreling towards the kid, honking the entire time. She's terrifying this kid who takes off on his bike. Police were called when the woman was arrested. She was determined to be under the influence of alcohol at the time of the incident. She's now going through the court processes. This is a deeper issue. I've not known anybody who is on alcohol enough to where they would run their car onto a sidewalk to run over a kid that's playing on his doggone dirt bike on there.
It's a child.
It is. Oh, I was out here with my dog and I was looking for dogs that he could go and having fun with. No, you're a bit of a sociopath. You need to be checked out, and we need to do some mental stuff.
You need to go to jail.
Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on here. Let's go to Florida, where simply working fast food has its hazards. A minor working at a local drive-thru called authorities after she got an eyeful while handing a customer his food. While handing off the bag, the young lady noticed the man in the driver's seat had his genitalia exposed with a, quote, bluish-green circular object on his unit, confirmed to be a sex toy.
Here's your nugget, sir.
He was eventually tracked down by authorities and arrested, though he denied intentionally exposing himself to the employee. So here's the thing. He admits to wearing the device, but he was just wearing it out. And you know what? I can understand that maybe my genitalia may have accidentally slipped out while I was getting my food at the Chick-fil-A.
I've seen one person where their genitalia accidentally slipped out, and I thought it was hilarious, and they did not know for a while. But this was in the early 80s when you wore the short shorts when you're a dude.
I'm
and
scared.
he was just a well-hung brother on a bus, man. He did not know. And when you realized
was it the twig or the berries?
It was the twig.
Oh, really?
The top of the twig. And, God, just real quick. All right, so the bus was crowded. This is, honest to God, true story. So his twig's hanging outside of his shorts. And back in the day, shorts were super, super tight and high. And the bus was super packed. And people are getting on there. So he is standing. Okay, so me and the guy sitting next to me, we both notice this. And we're trying not to chuckle, whatever. This couple gets on, and they have to sit in opposite sides of the aisle from each other.
How much is peeking out here, dude?
I would say from the neck up.
Okay.
All right, so...
That's about what I thought.
He has no idea. He is very gracious. He allows this woman to sit down in the seat. And as people get on the bus at each stop, people lean to let other people go by.
Yeah. He knew.
He did not know. We're sitting behind the woman who he allowed to sit down. So every time he kind of leaned forward, inevitably part of your body presses against her cheek. We see the moment she realizes what is happening, okay? So she pops up. She doesn't make a scene, but she insists that he take the seat. He's trying to be a gentleman. No, ma'am. No. She's like, it's fine. So he finally sits down. Give you an idea of how long ago this was. He had an Errol's Video Club bag. Yeah. Anyway. He sits down. Now he's in front of us, and me and the guy, who's a complete stranger next to me, we're chuckling about all of this. We could tell the moment he realized, because we saw his shoulders kind of shoot up, and then he kind of adjusted his Errol's bag, was doing everything he could to tuck his junk back in.
To cut the army helmet back?
He'd been pressing up against this woman's face for probably 4 or 5 bus stops. No. It was awesome.
A fiddle player from Canada has taken on Google. The artist has filed a $1.5 million lawsuit against Google, alleging that they defamed him thanks to their AI-generated content. You know how you can type something in and it'll give you a little AI-generated overview, right? It came to the man's attention that the AI-generated summary of his life and career falsely claimed that he had been convicted of multiple criminal offenses, including sexual assault, internet luring involving a child with the intention of sexually assaulting said child, and assault causing bodily harm, also listing him on the National Sex Offender Registry, according to the lawsuit, none of which is true. None of which is true. His team is holding the company liable for injuries and losses arising from the AI overview's defective design. The musician claims that he learned of the inaccurate information when a show that he was set to perform at canceled his appearance after members of the public complained, citing the misinformation that they read on Google. Google hasn't weighed in on the situation other than to say that their systems frequently improve to show the most helpful information.
That is unbelievable.
They're not going to speak too much on that one. They're going to leave that alone. Men's Room Sports, as we talked, you've got playoff basketball on NBC and Peacock tonight, playoff hockey on ESPN, and baseball on TBS and True TV. The Mariners look to put the series against the Braves away tonight after a good win last night. First pitch is at 6:40 over on Mariners TV. As far as your weather, should be clear to partly cloudy tonight with a low of 52. Tomorrow we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a high right around 67. There it is. That's it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins out.
Tomorrow the return of Who Sucks Less on Miami Ted is back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
As well, yeah. Lovely Jolene up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
From high school baseball to the men's NCAA College World Series to MLB and all the way to the National Baseball Hall of Fame. How will you make your mark in MLB The Show 26? Available now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch. Rated E for everyone. Officially licensed by MLB Players, Inc.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With Maintain X, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving and your wrenches turning. Join over 13,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try Maintain X for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Is health insurance eating up your budget for 2026? If you're looking for ways to better steward your finances, consider this. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a health insurance alternative at half the cost. As a ministry, CHM allows you to share the burden of medical bills with other believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
Life can feel overwhelming, but on my podcast, From the Heart with Rachel Brathen, we're in it together. Every Friday brings you a new story. Listen to From the Heart with Rachel Brathen wherever you get your podcasts.